Hey everyone!
Boo!
It's Spooksville, USA! Woo! It's Wicked Friday. Hi everyone. Welcome to a very special Friday stream, a KickStarter preview of The Haunting of Abimond Manor, written by Cat Elm, who is here and is going to be running the game for us. This is a wee little bonus. This is a little preview, so it's not the full thing. There are no spoilers. If you want to hammer an exclamation mark Kickstarter in the chat, it will give you the link, and then you can back it. It is, from what I've read and looked at already, it's a lot of fun. We're all very excited to play. It is system agnostic, or another word, neutral, which means if you use Pathfinder, if you use 5e, if you want to play Star Wars 5e and do this, there's a bit of work on your part, but it will work. If you want to all dress up like the Scooby-Doo gang, play Monster of the Week, and go into the Haunting of Abimond Manor, you can do that. Okay? It is written in such a way that you can do loads of it, and Kat is writing conversion guides for lots of the kind of the big ones, your Borks, your Pazios and your Hasbros.
Pazios?
Pazios? Is it not Pazio? What's it called?
I think it's Paizo, isn't it?
I don't know. I've only ever seen it written down.
Just doing that. Yeah, I think you're fine.
Yeah, Scott, if you wanted to make the conversion into Monopoly, it's going to be a lot of work, but that's on you. I believe in you. I think you could achieve that. But yeah, we're really excited to get stuck in. Yeah. It's going to be a little bonus stream on a Friday. It's going to be about 2 hours. It's going to be nice and spooky. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
I am going to pass you over to Kat. Everyone be very nice. Reminder, exclamation mark Kickstarter in the chat. You can back this project now. And, it would be lovely to get past a grand by the end of this stream. And what am I saying something wild? Am I? It's at 8:15. So 185. That's not crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go indeed. I'm going to pass you all over to Kat, who will take us to the manor. Hi, Kat.
Hello, and thank you so much, Wicked team, for having me. I'm super excited. Just a note for our viewers, I have not played D&D in quite a while, and I always tend to play very fast and loose, so if I make a mistake, I don't want to hear about it. In the most loving way possible.
No.
The conversions that I'll be using for this are available on the preview, which you can find on the Kickstarter page, so if you would like to just grab this adventure and run it for your friends, you can do that, and you don't even have to do any of the work that Nikki said, because it is already converted for 5e. So please go and get a free preview.
It's free and the work got done for you? It's
well, how much better can you possibly get? Yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let us proceed to the haunted manor. So, for the better part of a century, the village of Rakedale has been haunted by the decaying husk of Abimond Manor, a formerly grand home on the outskirts of the village, which has lain empty and abandoned since the disappearance of its master and all of the people who lived and worked there a century ago. Locals claim the manor is cursed and have done their best to avoid it until 3 days ago, when 3 bold, drunk villagers decided to head up to the manor and prove that it is nothing more than a folk tale. They have not returned, so they were presumably wrong. The village council, in a panic about the well-being of these 3 villagers, has put out a call for adventurers who are brave enough to go up to the manor and bring them back. And you have answered. Yeah, you have answered the call to adventure.
That's me.
That's you guys. So, would you like to introduce your characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go in the order I've got you written down. So, Tom, would you like
Oh,
to
God.
introduce yourself?
Yeah, I think along with this little ragtag crew, walking or not, dependent on what Kat says, um, is Willie. Willie is a sort of nearing middle-age man dressed in a very well-worn Scout's uniform, neckerchief and all. It doesn't quite fit as well as it used to. There's a bit of a pot belly coming out of the sort of the folds of the khaki trousers and shirt. His neckerchief itself is adorned quite heavily with badges, as is both of the sleeves of his khaki shirt, and his and his socks are. All the way up to his up above his knees, and every time that you see them sort of dip below, you see the completely epilated and very, very pasty white flesh behind. He's walking dejectedly with a hand axe, no, a large axe over his back, just listening to the others talk.
Incredible. I love him already. We're going to do
glad.
terrible things to him. And Nikki.
So, Core Pip Miggledy, or Pip to his friends, stands tall at 2.5 foot, carrying a 2-foot tome on their back. Not dissimilar to an upright tortoise. There's a small, rakish gnome character in robes, and yeah, this like tome that's like thicker than their head and like wider than their body, and is like they have 2 of those like book bag straps as like a rucksack, and they carry that and very little else. I imagine the rest of their supplies are in Willie's sack.
Of course.
It's horrible.
So to speak. So to speak.
Yeah, and it's just the little legs run. Just walking slowly, drifting behind, and then doing that little 3-step run to catch up with the group, and then just falling behind and doing the little run again.
Oh. And Lydia?
I'm playing Stella, who looks from a little distance. If you kind of squint your eyes, she sort of looks a little bit like Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. But when you get a little closer, you might see that she's in fact got a hair topper to hide the bald spots. But no one would ever mention it, of course. And she's wearing quite a lot of makeup, and where maybe some of the powder's flaked off, it looks a little blue underneath. But again, it'd be quite rude to mention that, or in fact how sort of milky her eyes look, and maybe the occasionally warts pop up on her face and hands, but don't mention it, because Stella's just she's sweet, and she has like a symbol of the goddess of the pure of heart and singing to woodland animals.
Do they pop up like explosively? Is it like a
or the warts?
Yeah, or do they just kind of like? Do you just hear them?
At them? You don't need to look at them.
Is it
just
like
hear them keening as they come?
Even if they're looking at you, don't look at them.
That's horrible. Molten face.
Just imagining them almost like blinking like eyes.
Every time, if you get too close, you just hear.
Horrendous.
She has a sort of rather sort of impractical dress on, and underneath her cloak she does have a little sword strapped to her back, but she's not really, from the outset she's not really like that, really like that.
And Michelle?
Yes, the last member of this ragtag bunch is probably taller than everyone else, slightly taller than everyone else. Teal tiefling named Panic, who is very brightly coloured, dressed. She's got 2 swords at her side, and there's an air of someone desperately trying to show that they're relaxed and really chill, but just everything, there is a slight edge underneath everything. Hence the name Panic.
I'm super fucking chill all the time.
I'm so calm right now.
So chill, it's fine. It's so chill. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, and yeah, lastly, she's got what are they called? Like
Concertina.
a concertina, like strapped to her, ready to play at any moment. And I think she's probably, as we're walking, she's probably just playing it and humming to herself to calm her nerves.
One of the quietest and chillest of all the instruments.
I love the idea of that's just your hyperventilation. Is
Super chill all the time. This is
So chill, guys. So chill. It's fine.
fuck.
I'm just practicing.
If you saw this 4 walking towards you, you would just run. Like, nothing good is coming from this.
So, upon seeing this team of bold and brave and very obviously put together adventurers, the village council have promised you a bag of gold and the slaughter of their best pig in your honour.
well, that ain't too bad, to be
I'm
honest.
not in it for the money, just the pig.
I can't believe it. That's decent eatings. That.
That's really nice that you could just
Is
get
pig
the pig.
slaughter one of the badges you need, Willie?
No, but to be honest, I could do with a little bit of pork. I wouldn't say no.
Does Willie already have his pig slaughtering badge?
Absolutely, he does.
That's the first badge he got at the ripe old age of 10. Oh, that explains so much about you, Willie.
So whether or not you believe the council, you are happy to take their gold and their pig. You have been directed out of town and done a short walk down a winding dirt track that cuts off from the main road, and as you climb a small hill, you just get this looming darkness over you, which becomes larger and larger, and you quickly find yourselves at the gates of the manor. You immediately notice some strange things. Firstly, you were told that the manor has been abandoned for about a century, but from the state of the walls, it looks like much, much longer than that. The walls are like crumbling, almost into, like dusty. The gates are these large, once magnificent iron gates, which are now just completely red with rust hanging off of their hinges. An unusual and strange pall hangs over the manor, this just atmosphere of darkness and decay, and you see that immediately over the threshold of the gates, all of the plants are dead.
Well, that's a rum old thing, isn't it?
It's just bad soil. I think that's all it is. It's just,
You reckon?
yeah. Well, nothing bad's happened. It's just,
I tell you, actually, something bad did happen that I heard about here. It didn't happen. Well, when did it happen? A little while ago. There was somebody who, if we take a step through the gates, we will have gone further than the poor priest, Father Michael, who was just stepped through the gates and died.
Is it really?
We're following in the footsteps of, chaps.
right. Well, where's his body then?
I tell you what, is there a body?
No.
I wouldn't know. Maybe the carcass got dragged off, or maybe the skeleton stood itself up and walked away.
You know what? I reckon you're onto some porky pies, boy.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I
Tell a
played the
lie.
thing. Well, I can't see no body.
Well, bodies sometimes they walk themselves away from where they died.
Friends,
I mean,
I am
not-
having a big spook. he's, he's the shiver. He's up and down.
This is what you play that you play and feel calm, but I am
Oh, fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
He's,
Kat, just out of interest, what stage of its journey is the moon at right now?
Oh, that is an interesting
it's on its way home.
question.
It's just got off the bus.
got its Tesco's Big Shot though.
It is not quite dark yet. It is late afternoon, but you would know that it will be a full moon tonight.
Right. Okay. So, upon on the way up to the manor, Willie's just been looking up at the sky and just going, I'll tell you what, I think we're in for a full moon. It's like the weather like that, like it can just change in an instant. But I reckon, looking at it, I reckon it's going to be a full moon. Hey, you be careful of them howls.
He's the what?
Be careful of the what, my love?
Them howls. I've heard.
He's like a wolf mix.
No, like the bird.
He's
A howl.
Howl.
Oh, with the owl. Oh, right.
Apparently, when it comes to full moon, there's a bunch of howls come around this house.
Do they?
That's what I heard.
Like, night? The birds that come out at night?
Aggressive owls, or do we just need to?
I don't know. All I heard is there's a bunch of howls coming out at night, and we gotta be careful, be wary.
Right.
Kat, is there anything outside of this gate that would be considered part of the manor? Like is there like a lawn that extends from it, or like a outshed, or like is this manor big enough to? I mean, judging by the picture, I don't think it is, but like big enough to have like a little guard cabin or something, or.
So it's kind of set into an estate surrounded by lots of trees, so kind of the Haunting of Bly Manor style grounds. So where you're standing right now would probably be considered like the driveway.
Cool. So there's no like structures or like
Buildings.
parts of the manor. There's no like garden
Aside, apart from the wall,
Cool.
no.
I think that maybe we should just go in.
Right, yeah. Well, I reckon those lot, they just got drunk and they're just like asleep in there.
Yeah,
We just
we'll
gotta
find
go
them.
away
Yeah, some
from them.
people fall over and die all the time. It happens so much in
Not
bathrooms.
necessarily dead though.
I'm talking about the priest. He's
Oh, he might have
Mr.
might
Michael.
have just slipped over.
Yeah, maybe he's maybe old man who had fall.
Yeah, there is a lot of like things around on the floor.
Yeah,
like,
to be
a bit
fair,
overgrown.
these cobblestones, they're right on the huh. I tell you.
They-
Fucking insane Norfolk shit. Don't worry, Kat. If anything doesn't make sense, it's just a random Norfolk word that means nothing to anyone who's not from here.
Fishy Barnaby.
just
Well, I mean, maybe we'll find some ghosts, eh?
I think we will.
Yeah.
I think we
Right.
will. Fingers crossed. I think
Yeah.
we're going to have a really fun time.
Yeah, definitely them ghosts, right? Like, they
so
exist.
he's like, maybe who should open the gate? Oh, Willie!
Oh, you did it again. That's a rum old trick. That is. Right, fine. I guess, and I just kind of rattle the gate a little bit to see if it's sort of like to see if it's like fused to the floor like iron is wont to do.
I'm
Yeah.
getting ready with a healing spell in case he falls down dead.
What are you talking about?
Is Willie a strong person?
Willie is quite strong. Willie is a barbarian.
Okay, so very strong. So Willie, you grasp these rusting gates and you go to shake them to try and unstick them, and they just crumble in your hands just into powder.
Oh
Gates
my
fell
God.
down dead this time.
Oh, do you think it's a curse or something?
No, it's just like poor.
Old.
Old.
You
Yeah.
should always do a double coat of like weatherproofing on your gates.
Exactly.
Here's maybe you have magical dust hands.
Just look down at my
Do
hands.
not touch me.
He's a rust monster.
You know, it took me so long to get my magic badge, and now all of a sudden, magic just happens all over. Honestly,
You're a marvel.
look at me, look at me. All right, shall we go?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
let's-
let's go. It's gonna be great.
Let's
Yeah.
walk into the manor grounds.
go on.
After you, who goes first?
I say a little prayer. I do put my finger to my nose.
Oh. Why'd you keep doing this? Can we do something different? Like, say, I don't want to. Would that be all right?
I don't want to.
Oh, Kate. Right, I guess I'll do it. I guess I'll take a look around, first step and whatnot. Can I make a very quick perception check or something, just to see if there's anything around that might want to do us harm?
Absolutely. Roll me perception.
Wunderbar. First roll.
Wunderbar.
Oh, that was an okay roll. Thank you very much, Ash, for the dice. Perception. Oh, okay. +3, so that's a dirty 20.
Oh my goodness. You, eagle-eyed with your observation badge, obviously, kind of poke your head through these bars and you take a look around and you see that there is just no life whatsoever on the manor grounds. The trees are all like creeping with this black rot. They all look dead. There's no grass even, no bird song, nothing moving at all.
Can you hear that?
To hear a little bird that I could sing a little song to and ask it a few questions, but
And no birds around here, love.
there's no birds around here.
No.
Is there any structures or buildings or places to check before we go inside?
Like an outhouse? Is that what you mean? Like an outhouse?
Because I do not want to go to the poop shed. I mean like a garden shed or a guardhouse or maybe a gazebo.
An outdoor swimming pool that's also indoor.
So with your dirty 20, Will, you quite clearly can see all the way down the driveway through all these dead trees. You see the manor itself, this big hunk, looming building, and set a little way off to the, I can't remember direction, to the southwest of the manor. You can make out what looks like a very, very small building structure.
Well, there's something down there. Should we go check that out?
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it.
Right. Fair enough. And I go stomping
I
down.
will follow, like it's fine. It's just I'm so little. Maybe I fall down curb and disappear.
On my
It would
sort
be
of
the first time we lost you down a little hole.
spindly little legs that sort of like in shorts that are far too short. I start trumping down, going, "Oh, I don't know about this. Honestly, they get me every time, just because I can't see the end of my nose, and just kind of like start sort of like trekking down to the small
chuntering
building.
to yourself.
Oh, chuntering.
So as soon as you all cross the threshold onto the grounds of the manor, this sort of unnatural silence sinks around you. It's this sort of oppressive atmosphere. This eerie fog seeps up from the ground and it swirls around your ankles. It is really bizarre walking through the trees. They are all like extremely dead. Willie, you maybe like nudge against one and it just crumbles to dust again. Your magic hands that work.
This is why I didn't touch my nose.
And you are heading towards the small structure.
Yes.
Yes.
So when you start to get closer, you can see that this is a mausoleum. It is extremely grand, made of this dark grey marble with white swirls on it. To the side of the mausoleum is a only slightly more humble graveyard. You make out these big, like Adam's family style stones with all of these curving statues on them. And where's my perception sheet?
I say it's so beautiful.
I mean, it's certainly something, isn't it?
Yeah, not what I'd call it, but you know.
He's so big, it could be a house for maybe 3 or 4 gnomes. Such waste.
Yeah. What do you think they use it for?
Just to put the bodies in.
This is where you put your dead, my friend.
Oh,
It's why they make it so pretty.
well, thank goodness I've already got my grave digging badge.
Sorry, what did you say? What? Is it the Scouts that you're with? What is this institution that you get badges from?
I mean, yeah, Sylvan Scouts. Listen, I was 13. I paid 15,000 gold, which technically, I gave them 15 platinum. But I got in. And I was dead chuffed. And then they said, "Listen, that's great. You can't leave until you got all the badges."
Right.
And I ain't got all the badges, so 1 or 2 left.
You'll get there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, fortunately, it's I got the Abandon All Hope badge about 5 years ago. So we're getting there.
Pip's gonna drop their book off and like flip open a page while the book's laying on the floor, and there's like a drawing of like a hand in, and it's just gonna pull the picture from the page of the book and cast Mage Hand. I'm gonna try and open the door to the mausoleum.
Absolutely. What does your mage hand look like?
It looks like this is fucking wild. The music video for Take On Me by Aha, where it's all like jittering pencil lines and stuff like that. It's all of his spells look like drawings.
I love it.
Yeah, he has a picture spell book.
Your penny crayon.
What?
Please, someone else know penny crayon. Nope, just me.
That's some fucking rural bullshit, that is. So they all look like jittering pencil drawings because he's got a picture spell book, so all of his spells are pictures.
I love it. So, are you all kind of standing back from the door while you mage hand the door open?
I think I'd like to stand back, but maybe while he's doing you're she her, right?
No. I'm a little guy.
He him.
I'm just a little guy.
Little he him.
While he's doing that, I'm just going to stand by the gate and maybe just have a look at some of the headstones.
I think I was right up next to the door, and much like the nose tap, I just didn't get the memo.
And Panic stood well away. As soon as that spellbook came out, she knows to stand at least 10 foot away from it.
Okay, so a couple of different things will happen here. Let's deal with opening the door first. So, Pip, your scribbly mage hand comes up and pulls the door open. It is sort of very creaky. It makes this huge squeal that reverberates through the silence of the grounds. And inside it is not only dark, it is pitch black. So Willie, can you give me a perception check?
Absolutely, I can. That was a 7. I'm very, very perturbed by the squeal.
So Willie, you do not notice anything unusual at all. You are just confronted by this open door and this deep darkness inside of the mausoleum. Stella standing off towards the gravestones. Since you're kind of over them, you can see that the earth of all of the graves except for one is mounded and disturbed.
Oh. Oh, I say, unless everybody died quite recently, which, just looking at the headstones, the dates wouldn't have been just recently, would they?
No.
No. So, chaps,
Right.
I just take a look at the ground and see that we've got a little situation which is a little bit of either grave tampering or the people who've been laid to rest changing their mind. Which can happen.
That's like just that like you get a lot of rain and like the worms like they move around a lot
Here's worms.
and
They do
just
the
like
wriggle.
they just move the earth. That's fine. That's
Actually,
not.
Panic.
I don't want to correct you too much, but actually you're completely wrong about that.
Why are you always talking about
There's
worms?
the earth a little bit more, and to have mounds like this, it needs to be fluffed up somehow rather than pushed down. I don't, not to completely contradict, but I'm just going to say so wrong, sweetheart.
So you're saying massive worms?
Right.
He's
yeah,
like
massive worms.
giant worms.
Yeah.
Get in the house now.
Why is that one not like the others? The one that you stood near, is the ground is flat and dry. Why is this one special?
Why is this one special?
So are you inspecting that stone?
I'd like to give it a closer look. Yes, please.
So you have a closer look at this stone that you're standing next to. It is a very, very tall one. It looks a little bit more recent than the rest of the gravestones, a little bit less worn down. On top of the gravestone is a carving of a dog, and the gravestone bears the epitaph Atlas, loyal companion and fierce protector. Rest easy, old friend.
Oh.
He's
Oh, friend.
what is it?
Well, this seems to be the grave of a beloved pet.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's like...
And this is the one that's not disturbed, right?
This is the one that's not disturbed, yeah.
Maybe whatever...
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, can I, whilst this is all happening, I'm still peering into the dark, and I kind of like, sort of sigh to myself and rip off one of the badges and say, I'll just have to get that one again. And as I rip it off, I sort of like wrap it out, and a little bullseye lantern appears in my hand. Could I? It's fully oiled and lit. Could I just sort of like look into the dark of the mausoleum, please?
Absolutely. So you rip off your little lantern badge, get this little light, you shine it into the mausoleum, and you see something quite odd. You see that it lights up the top of the mausoleum, so you can see these, I can't remember the word for them, the drawer things that they put dead people in and they write their names on them, that bit. There is this mound of darkness on the floor that your lamp does not illuminate at all. And as you are kind of peering in and looking around, it moves.
Oi.
And turning to look at you are two eyes, brilliant with white-green ghost fire. A deep growl echoes through the mausoleum, and unfolding is this huge shape of a black ghost dog.
Alright, Bah, how you getting on?
He's just a little dog.
Oh, love
I
dogs.
say, what's going on in there?
He's ghost dog.
Found maybe a beloved pet? What do you say the name on that there grave is?
I didn't write it down and I immediately forgot.
You said
Atlas.
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 I know. I was just European. Atlas.
When you speak his name, the ghost dog, the growling pauses for just a moment. The dog is now standing looking at you, and it is this truly gigantic shade of a mastiff. And it just kind of pauses, tilts its head, quirks an ear, and looks at you.
Gotta be honest, I don't really know what to do now. How you getting on? All right?
You're talking to the dog?
I know I'm talking to the dog. It's quite big and it's quite alarming.
Well, I'm gonna use my minor conjuration to conjure an inanimate object, and I'm gonna conjure a big, like, dried pig's ear that dogs do chew.
We're very pig themed.
Yes,
Yeah.
because he's like got pig on the brain.
You started this pig thing.
Yeah, yes.
Willie's mouth starts to water.
So are you conjuring like in front of the dog, or you're trying to?
He's in
coax
front
him
of the
out?
dog. He's like gift to dog.
As you conjure this big dry pig's ear, the shade's ears perk forward, and he steps a couple of steps out of the mausoleum, and everyone else now will see this gigantic shadow, like 3D shadow, like creature. It is just absolutely enormous. Steps forward, sniffs at the pig's ear, sort of tail wags a little bit. You see a ghostly tongue kind of goes to lick the pig's ear, but goes just through it. And then with like a small whine, the dog sits down.
That's a great illusion.
It's not an illusion.
Yeah.
What, the
It's
pig's
not a
ear?
real
I made
dog. Yeah, exactly. But like, that's not a real ear, and that's not a real dog.
it. No, it
It's
is.
like
Look, I
magic.
pick up the pig's ear. It's real.
All right. Well, that dog's not real though.
I throw the pig's ear at you and it crushes.
Ow.
He's...
Do you think it's possible that the dog still thinks of itself so much? I'm being so cheeky. Do you think it still considers itself a dog, and therefore I could cast animal friendship on it?
Sure. Did not expect to need Atlas's stats this early. Let me find
Yeah.
them.
There's a dog. We want it.
Make friends with the dog.
Where are you?
Feeling such an absence, so that usually when I put my hand out, a little like blue tit lands on my hand and I can sing to it. But there haven't been any for a little while, and so I'm feeling
No
need
blue tits.
no blue, no blue tits, and so I'm sort of I'm missing a little animal friend.
Absolutely. What is how does animal friendship work?
Well, if I read the spell, I think you'll say no.
Yes, say no, cat.
I was hoping for just vibes
Cat,
only.
say no. Don't let her do it.
It just
Do it for all of us. Do
Yeah.
it for her normal players.
this spell helps you convince a beast that you mean no harm. So choose a beast that you can see within range.
Might work on Willie.
It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell doesn't work. Otherwise, the beast must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration.
I am afraid I would allow it. Unfortunately, his intelligence is 10.
He's such a smart
Oh.
dog.
He is a clever boy.
He's a clever
Might be
boy.
smarter than me. I think it has a higher intelligence score than me.
That's
He
sweet.
just looks at you scathingly.
Yeah. Absolutely not being friends with you.
The dog has a doctorate.
A doctorate.
Oh, nice.
I don't suppose you want to come with us, do you?
Atlas tilts his head, kind of looks at you, but sits resolutely in the entrance of the mausoleum. Give me. Are you still quite close, Willie?
Yeah, quite close.
With your passive perception, you, now that Atlas has stepped out, your light is lighting up the inside. You can see that there is like this kind of collection of sticks and bits that are sort of scattered inside as though they've been played with, but none of them look like any more played with than the others. It's kind of gives you the impression that Atlas is searching for something.
The perfect stick.
Oh, when that feeling when you get like the perfect pair of socks and you can't quite put your finger on why, or your toe, to be honest, but then you lose those socks and you can't quite feel good in any of the other socks. Do you know that feeling? As one of the socks just sort of like slips down his leg. I reckon this dog feels fairly similar.
Because the dog has socks?
Please don't put socks on dogs, they don't like it.
No, it was
They do that funny walk where they're sort of too much.
It was one of them sililes, like what are they called? Like an allegory or whatever. Nosebleed starts happening.
But the dog is the ghost, is the ghost, is the dog, is the dog. Just the dog. Regardless, we need to go into the house, do the ghost or no ghost, then we can get the money.
Yeah, we just gotta find those people, right? I bet they're having like
Maybe
such a fun
though.
time.
We're going to help this dog. If it's the last thing we do, I'm not leaving this stream until we help the dog. I'm telling you that now.
I'm just saying, like, look at them toys, and stuff.
Because maybe there is a dog toy in the house.
Maybe it is. Shall we go find it?
Well, I think maybe we do the other thing first,
yeah.
And then, yes.
Wait,
No, you're right.
what
Fair
other
enough.
thing? What do you mean? Like,
The mission
oh,
is
like
the quest, his bag of gold, we kill a pig in your name, like, here's the whole thing.
Can I look for signs of other people having walked through here or something?
It's just the tourist group.
Absolutely. Give me a perception or investigation check, whichever one you prefer.
I'm gonna give you an investigation because I'm a smidge better at that.
Smidge.
Still not great. 6.
It's worms.
You have a good hunt around, and you just do not see anything here. Does everybody else? Is everybody just standing there? Are you looking as
Yes,
well?
I'm going up to the door and I give it a knock knock.
Up to the front door.
Yes, we're going in.
Oh, he's really going.
I'll come back for you.
No, I think I'm with Panic, helping have a little look-see around.
I think I go with Pip.
Okay, so
Sorry, was that to the dog?
Yeah.
No, I'll come back
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
so Stella, would you like to give me a investigation check?
Of course.
Well, as you both look for footprints.
Investigation. Right, so.
This is
Well,
what I do.
that's a filthy 20.
Ooh.
Filthy.
A rotty little 20.
You have a look around with Panic, and what Panic failed to see, probably because she was just had the accordion.
Yeah,
I find that screeching sound you make so soothing. It really helps me. It's like white noise. It helps me.
The most passive aggressive person.
Yeah.
So my voice is getting really Princess Diana. I've been watching too much of The Crown. Oh, please do that a little more.
So you have a look around and you do indeed see 3 sets of footprints leading up to the front door of the manor. And Willie and Pip, as you head over to the front door while they are scouting around and just knock, 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 you hear it kind of echoing back through the manor, and under the last knock, the door just opens.
Knock, knock. We come for the sock. Hello?
Anyone there? I don't think anyone's there.
But at least we're not trying to do this stealthily.
Where'd you come from?
Well, I heard a rumor that there was a demon in the house, and I was hoping to get a picture so I could capture its soul.
Wait, a demon?
He's like a demon devil.
Like someone with horns?
No, not someone with horns.
I'm just checking. You know, they just not seen a
It's like a-
tiefling before.
Who?
Like, who have you heard this rumor from?
He's like... He's tiefling demon
All right.
different.
All right, surely. Hold on. Surely, I get it that ghosts, that ghosts are something you don't believe in. But like, there are gods that you know can walk the earth, and there are like devils. There, like we know that there's a plane,
And
a level.
Jabos.
Yeah.
You know, like, is that also a
I
myth?
don't like to really think about it too much, if I'm honest with you. It's just, you know, no, I don't know.
While they're having this deep conversation, just going back to the footprints, do they look like? Is there anything about the footprints, any of them particularly unusual, or and also just so that I'm not being a complete dunce, those 3 sets of footprints aren't my friends, and I'm just.
You got me in my evil scheme. No, these are human or humanoid footprints. They are not your friend's footprints. They are a little bit older, and they just lead. You can kind of see them now that you've looked, leading from the gate up to the front door and inside.
Well, we'll have friends when we go in.
I can make a friend if you want friends.
No, we don't need any more. I'm just saying that some people have come before.
But you say you wanted the tit. I can make a creature. I'm gonna reach into a little pouch on my waist and like reach around for like a little pouch of like little wooden figurines and throw one out. I'm gonna find out what it is.
You shouldn't put birds in your pocket.
Is maybe not a bird. As I throw this little figurine, it hits the ground and becomes a giant weasel. You see, I make a little friend who is friendly to us.
Yeah, you have this giant weasel friend now. How big is giant weasel? I feel
He's
like
big
I'm
enough for a
knowing
little guy like me to ride. Like a big dog.
that. Do you get on it? And
Yes,
ride
of
it?
course.
Yeah. Like a drag rider.
I am the weasel rider.
Right. That's first I've heard of it, to be honest. But I like it. It's good.
I think it should maybe we should go maybe there's a demon. Could anyone find demons? Or maybe anyone know demons?
I mean, I can, and Willie just kind of strains, just goes, and I would like to do a very quick magical awareness check. So as an action, I can open my awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 foot of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you can learn which school of magic it comes from.
I like it. So you do your strain so much, veins popping on your forehead.
Oh, did you fart?
And you this is annoying because technically it's all behind cover, but I don't want it to be.
Well, I'm going to telepathically push Willie into the house as he does this.
You pick up, so kind of to the northwest of you, also to the northeast, and coming from the upstairs of the manor, you necromancy.
Is them
It's
demons?
strong.
Is them demons of yours necromantic?
It depends.
Because I'm sensing some
He's mostly
real
like demonic,
right.
but sometimes they do a little bit, and sometimes they do, a lot of it, and sometimes they do lots of different things.
I think
Right, I'm sensing a lot of necromancy right here. Which
in the haunted manor that's attached to the graveyard.
I'm just saying, it's just a feeling I got.
off the back of that, because that's great information. I think I'm just going to take a second, and my head gets thrown back, my neck almost completely broken, and my eyes just swivel back into the back of my head, and I try and look out and use Eyes of the Grave to see any undead in 60 feet, please.
And is that just wherever they are, or does it have cover?
It does. Yes, what does it say? As an action, locate any undead in 60 feet that isn't behind total cover.
I'll push Stella into the house as well.
Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord.
So you, Stella, will obviously pick up Atlas behind you. He is a ghost.
Boy.
I know. Good boy, Atlas. Into the manor, you just on the edge of your radius for picking things up, you sense an undead.
Sorry, where? Really nearby? Did you say in front of?
So into the manor,
Yeah.
kind of way past on the edge of the radius that you can perceive, you pick up on an undead.
I tell you what, I don't mean to shock anyone, but there is actually an undead nearby.
Oh right.
Everyone just looks at us.
Other than the good boy.
It's the first time it's gone quiet as Panic has put her concertina away and just immediately pulled these two swords out.
Why don't we all get into the house and we have a look around? And we'll all get in through the doorway.
All right. And directly in front of us, what do we see? Is it sort of like a hallway with doors sort of either side, or is it...
So, is everyone stepping inside?
We're all stepping in.
Okay.
Weasel
so,
included.
Weasel excellent.
He does look like a drawing of a weasel.
So you step into the entranceway. Inside for the manor is what is rules-wise dimly lit, so it is quite difficult to see. As soon as you cross the threshold and everyone is inside, with a resounding boom, the doors slam closed behind you, and they cut out what little light was filtering in from outside. You find yourselves in like an entranceway foyer. You have these little alcoves that have what would have formerly been beautiful sprays of flowers in vases. They are just kind of rotten and crispy remains. Everything is dusty. And directly ahead of you is a doorway which is hanging open. The door is kind of pulled off of its hinges, and you can see down into, indeed, a long, dark corridor.
So down there is where you think you saw the undead, right?
Yeah, it's not actually overly nearby. It's right on the edge of my magical divination powers.
Right, you are. And I take the big axe from my back and say, "Looks like it's your time to shine, Bagheera."
Yeah, Stella, look at this in the vase. He's like something that once was beautiful and is now just sort of like rotten and a fragile attempt at kind of remaining that kind of decorative. What do you think of this?
I think it's a terrible shame, but other than that, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, just sort of wondering, trying to get maybe your kind of opinion on the things. Which way do we go? If you are the one who can see ghosts.
Yes. Well, let's with utmost caution.
Yeah.
I think also if I'm in darkness.
Oh, I'll cast light on my.
Whoa.
Oh.
You
She's
want
done
to
it.
be in darkness.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you know, like.
Whoa. I mean, I think we all have dark vision, don't we?
Yeah, but I'm scared of the dark.
I can see. So
I
can the
can't.
weasel.
I hear the sort of again and just go, "Oh, right, fine, I guess," and rip off another badge and sort of take out another bullseye lantern.
Where did your other one go?
I put it on the ground. Just left it outside.
Stella, did you have an ability that you wanted to activate in darkness?
Well, I had the vaguest of memories of something from my sheet, but I've been battling D&D Beyond since we started, and I don't really remember it off the top of my head. But
Mine is a bullseye lantern, so it's just like it's.
So what is it on?
Huh?
What is it?
Bullseye.
It's a bullseye lantern.
It's right. Okay.
I think there's something in my character sheet that makes me sort of invisible.
Yes, if a creature uses dark vision to try and see you, you're invisible to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we can't see you.
Yes, but you can hear my voice as I tell you soothing things.
Yeah.
And I'd sort of like, as we go forward, to keep a real lookout, because I do think that sometimes places like this might have a little trap or two, and I just want to make sure that we don't fall foul to any of that kind of thing.
Who would put traps in a haunted manor?
I don't know.
People out there. Never underestimate how dreadful people can be.
So are you stepping into this long hallway?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
For a good look.
you have a good look. You see nothing moving. So down the hallway there are 2 doors on the left side, and there are 2 doors on the right hand side. So Stella, the undead presence that you sensed is coming from further down the hallway towards the right.
I think we'll maybe check all the doors. No, just in case. Because what if we walk past the door and then we go past it and then a creepy comes out from the door and then the creepy is behind us?
Or what if we just like yell for the people? A bit like, guys,
For the people!
you need to come. Like, there are people looking for you. Can you just like come out, please?
Oh, well, it's done now, isn't it? it's happened now.
Not how I go about things, but okay.
Well, there's no point us like going
So-
around this house.
First of all, when you shout into the hallway, firstly, panic. You're feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit agitated. You're trying to do your breathing exercises. You just have this feeling that as soon as you speak and as soon as you project your voice out, you have the sensation that suddenly you are being watched and this attention is fixed on you specifically. So give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no. Yeah, nah.
What is
Oh, rip
my...
that.
A wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Oh dear,
Oh
guys.
nah. Yeah, nah.
Oh, can't believe it.
Oh
rip
no,
that.
I rolled a 3, but
Oh,
I've got
no.
-1 to
Oh,
my
no.
save, so,
No. Well, I've just realised it actually should have been a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
Do
that's
you
all right.
have like a +10 to charisma by any chance?
not quite. It's a +2, so that makes it a 5, which I feel like is still not going to do much, but I'll take it.
Okay. So you are just suddenly, you project your voice out, you are struck by just this, something is watching you, something knows that you are here, and it is looking at specifically you. So firstly, you take 1 psychic damage,
Ooh.
and you are stunned.
Oh, so now you've gone and shouted. How are you feeling now, bud?
I look at her as she's stunned and I just slap her really hard. Snap out of it! I've got work to do!
So you are incapacitated, and you cannot move, and you can speak only falteringly. And
My
it's
slap
only
didn't
for a short
work.
amount of time.
My slap didn't work. Why doesn't the barbarian try?
Right. Bang. Did it work?
Try with the mage hand now.
We're doing the airplane scene where
Just a cute.
So what's Panic's sort of inner reaction at this point?
I think, it's just... No,
Oh, no.
And like, she's stuttering out like, we've been watched, something's watching us. I think ghosts are actually real. Oh shit, what if they're real? I think something's watching me. I should have yelled. I should be here. I should be in the circus or something, not chasing
pal.
ghosts.
Well,
And can everybody give me a perception check? And this is a perception check for hearing. And that includes you, Panic.
Oh,
You
thank
can
you.
still hear.
I rolled a 13.
I rolled an 8.
Also a 13.
Lucky numbers.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, wow.
Didn't your cleric ranger? You cannot be fucking up on the perception checks. You absolutely cannot.
I rolled a natural 1 because I think I'm quite fixated on whether I can slap Panic again.
Lovingly, of course. So Willie and Panic, as you're sort of all clustered around Panic, who to the rest of you is suddenly just sort of stricken with no apparent source, you hear this clicking noise approaching. It is like just this clicking, rolling noise coming towards you.
Can you hear something?
Cat.
Yes.
As a gnome, I have proficiency with Tinker Tools and the ability to make clockwork things. Is this like a clockworky ticking, or is it like?
No.
Ah, cool. That's all. That was like his like little robot. Oh no! Something happens.
This is my favourite creature of my own invention.
Oh no! I do not
Can, you,
like.
can anyone else hear clicking?
Here's you got the tinnitus again.
Oh, someone's
What?
coming. Someone's coming. Guys, someone's coming. It's coming. Someone's coming.
All right,
Can somebody
all right.
help Panic? Because
Everyone get ready. Someone slap Panic again.
Okay, you have a very short amount of time to react. Willie, since you're the one that has heard the noise,
Yep.
I'll say that you're kind of standing in the doorway of the entryway. There is a staircase that goes up into darkness, winding. Next to you, the clicking noise is coming echoing down that staircase, and you see a single human spine bone comes rolling down the staircase. You all have seconds to react. What are you doing?
What is that?
I'm gonna cast a spell. Here's okay. I'm gonna cast Dragon's Breath on the giant weasel I'm riding.
That's great.
Just fucking. Here's the radio.
Are you staying for combat?
Yes. Well,
I mean, I think, Willie's kind of squared up and goes, "Are we ready?"
Okay, everybody roll initiative for me.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Initiative.
It rolled so badly.
Or I rolled very well.
Oh, can I even roll? Can I react?
You can roll. Sorry, I had the condition open. You can't move and can speak only falteringly, but you automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. I say roll initiative because you're gonna come out of your stun condition shortly.
Okay, I will come out. Okay, cool. I didn't know if it was something I had to break. I got a 12. Oh, no.
What did Willie get?
20.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
And Pip?
I got an 8.
And Stella?
20.
Oh,
Roll off.
that's Ripper.
Oh,
Are we rolling off?
Roll off.
Let's go.
Roll
I
high.
rolled a 7, so I think you might go before me.
I rolled a nat 1.
Fuck.
It's you first.
Okay, so Stella, Willie points to this human spine piece. I've forgotten what the word is. that
far
has
away
just
is it from me right now?
slowly come
Is it a single
um,
vertebrae or is it a
Yeah.
whole spine?
Oh, sorry, that's the word. It's a single human vertebrae, and
That's
it's
That's somehow
rolling.
worse.
That's so much worse.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Stella, it is about 15 feet away from you at the moment. What do you do?
Well, I think I just throw out a little sacred flame. I don't really want to go near it, so I just go, oh, and out comes these little tumbling ribbony divine flames from my fingertips. Please could it wait 1 moment. Could you do a dexterity saving throw?
Would love to do a dexterity saving throw. That is going to be 18.
Oh,
The vertebrae is very agile.
I mean, it's basically a wheel.
I just turn to my friends and go, it's actually quite hard. That's all because it really is just a cantrip, so I do nothing.
Okay, so you do illuminate some of the darkness with this flame. Willie, as the darkness is illuminated, you see following that single vertebrae, there is like a thigh bone and a scapula just tumbling down the stairs. And what are you doing?
I think I just go, oh, I don't like that at all. And I put down the lantern so that it's kind of facing that area, and I go, don't let me forget that one, all right? And I just take a couple of deep breaths, roll my shoulders, and they sort of click and pop as I do. And I look at it and go, here we go, boys. And I would like to rage. And because I'm a wild magic barbarian, I am going to roll on the wild magic table.
Yes.
So that was a 5.
Wow.
So whenever a creature hits me with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution. So this kind of like... I just start to smell and it's so aggressively smelly that no one need come near me. So I'm going to run at this singular vertebrae and just kind of bring the axe down on top of it, or try to. I rolled a 15 plus 8, which will be a number 23.
A number that definitely hits.
Okay. Now, I am going. Where is it? Where's it gone? There it is. I'm going to roll my d12, which, as we all know, is the best dice, as Kat said on Twitter the other day. That is 7 plus 3, 10 to hit on the first hit. 10 damage on the first hit.
What type of damage is it?
It's just
Arthritis damage.
arthritis, yeah. Slashing. It is slashing.
So as you do this very, very powerful blow down to hit, it is just a dry bone, and as you strike it, your blow just kind of, it does hit, but it kind of ricochets a little bit, and it's going to take half damage.
Oh, that, just so you know, didn't feel like it hit that well. All right, and I'm just gonna look at my axe and look at my fist and just go, all right, okay, just hammer fist for my second attack, for a.
Oh, I got you right on the bone.
That's 21 to hit.
21 hits.
For 4 damage. And that's
that
bludgeoning because it's my fist.
So as you smash your fist down onto this bone, it just kind of like shatters underneath that force, and you break it, and it seems like it's taken a little extra damage. And you know what? I'm going to love myself, and I'm going to use my calculator, and I'm not going to try and calculate
that.
things live. Yeah.
Do it.
Big fan of that.
So you deal a really good chunk of damage onto this bone. It sort of shatters underneath you, but you hear this clicking noise still coming down the stairs, and rolling into your sight is just this pile of just individual mishmash of bones. They are all human bones, and they just roll towards you as if they have a will of their own. And as they approach you, this gigantic mass of bones, kind of almost arm-like appendage forms from them, and it just slashes at you, and it's going to take 2 attacks, and I'm afraid since Willie you stepped right up to fight it, it's going to both be against you.
Makes sense.
So the first one I don't think is going to hit, because that is only going to be a 10 to hit.
That misses.
And the second one is a 22 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
So that is going to be 7 points of slashing damage.
Cool. So I'll round that down because I'm raging. And can it take the force damage? How much did I say? 1d6.
Yes, it can. 1d6 force damage if you want to roll that.
That was 2 force damage.
Every little helps. So it kind of like, this appendage slashes at you, fend one off. The other one does unfortunately manage to cut into you, but your wild magic rages back out at the strike, and does a little bit of damage.
Oh, he got a fleshy bit. Oh.
And the rest of you will now be able to see kind of past Willie this just mass of bones that has of its own free will rolled down the stairs. And next up is Panic. Panic, give me another charisma saving throw to see if you can break the paralysis. Stunned, sorry.
16?
Yes, 16 will do it. So you, I don't know, do you think that maybe the panic of seeing this overrides the panic of being watched?
Yeah, I think so. I think Panic, actually, once she gets to a certain point, like, that's when she gets really good. When she's full of so much adrenaline from the anxiety, she's like super quick. So do I have my full turn still? Or
Yes.
am I? Yeah, I think they've probably seen this before, but it's like her eyes like gloss over a little bit and then like go into sharp focus, and she just lunges
Oh no!
towards it's like trying, and she's just gonna try and hack apart these bones. Like, you're not meant to do that.
Bloody bones!
You're not real. You're not real.
yeah. So first attack with her rapier. I appreciate what Willie just told me, but this is all I got. 23 to hit.
Yes.
Amazing. That's 4 points of piercing damage.
So as you, again, your rapier sort of sticks out into this bone mass, and you definitely do strike the bones, but it once again feels like you're maybe not quite doing that total amount. And then did you say you have another attack?
I do, because she's dual wielding, dual weapon.
Oh wait, it was piercing, and yours was slashing, wasn't it? Really? Or no, yours was piercing too.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Yeah, I mean, this the other one is my scimitar, which is 21 to hit,
Hits.
which is 8 points of slashing damage.
So once again, you strike into these bones and you feel your blade kind of glance off. It definitely does some damage there, but not quite as much as you thought that you might do.
This normally works when they bleed. That's my turn, and I'm just gonna. No. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna on that second one. I'm gonna do a defensive flourish, seeing that this isn't going right. So sorry. I'm just remembering my things.
No, it's fine.
New character, who dis?
Yeah. So it deals an extra 6 points of damage. Oh, wait, is that right?
Yes.
An extra 6 points of damage, and then I get 6 to my AC, making
For a round, yeah.
For a round. So for the next round, my AC is 20.
It uses your
Nice.
bardic inspiration. That's why it's so good. Yeah.
It does use my bardic inspiration.
Great, so yeah, as you kind of flourish your weapon, you once again kind of glance off of these bones, do a little bit extra damage, step into a defensive stance, and Pip, you're up.
Yes, it's weasel time. On the back of the weasel giant weasel's gonna run forward and stick its head in between Willie's legs, like facing out, and just like clatter Pip into like Willie's back, and just like but the weasel is gonna do an icy dragon's breath in a 15-foot cone down the corridor. So I need the bones to make a dex save.
Do you need us to make it?
No, that's why it's in between Willie's legs, so as to not hit anyone else.
Oh, it's drafting right up my shorts.
These bones are turned out to be very dexterous. That is going to be 19.
19 saves, but they do take half of 15 cold damage.
Excellent.
And that was the weasel's go.
Damn.
Let's do this. And then Pip is going to pull their spellbook off, throw it open to a page that's just loads of small drawings of bugs, and then just pull them out and throw lots of... I'm going to cast Infestation on the bones. Here's a little bug time! So it's a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites. I need a con save from the bones.
Con save.
Let's see what those bones do.
Oh my god, the bones are rolling so well. That is a 19 con save.
Oh my goodness. So the bones.
Nothing happens. Shit.
Oh no!
It's fine. The weasel. I made a weasel do a dragon's breath, so I'm alright.
The weasel did amazing. You see that as the weasel breath is kind of like shot out, the bones did that sort of
Weasel breath.
out of the way. But we're still caught. They have been pretty badly damaged by that. You see a bunch of them kind of frozen, and even though your swarm
We've all been
Doesn't
there.
do
Honestly, it's a
anything.
cold day, your knee hurts. It's, we've all been there.
The insects flew into the cold and got tired.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
There's no bugs in winter.
So we are back to the top. Sorry, was that your whole time?
Yes, my whole go.
We are back to the top of the initiative to Stella.
Okay, well, I see that hitting it with blades and so on isn't really doing it. And,
If you have a magic weasel, now is the time.
I don't have a magic weasel. But I think I step forward, I sort of skip forward, and I reach my hand out, and you just see my fingers start to get, like, longer and darker at the tips as I try and push my fingernails into the bones. And I cast Inflict Wounds
Oh.
on the bones. That's 13.
Gross.
13 plus 7, so that's another absolutely rotten 20.
That definitely hits.
The most rotten.
Lydia's accent makes it sound like she's like really straining to like get any noise out from her lungs. It's like her lungs are this big, and she's just
My
really.
vocal folds are so pure, they don't make any noise. Oh, the damage is awful. 9, it's only 11. 11 and it's necrotic, so I wonder what will happen.
Nothing. I'm so sorry. So
Don't apologise. Don't apologise.
I've got to be honest, as you were saying it, I was like, ooh.
This crackling
This thing's an absolute bugger, we'll never kill it!
energy goes across and unfortunately just kind of like earths itself on the bones. Do you have anything else you'd like to
I think I just
share?
made friends with it, chaps! I think I liked it, I tickled it or something!
There's just a rib sort of like gently stroking your foot.
Well, jelly bones.
It's
So
the
that
equivalent of animal friendship! I've worked it out!
so that is Willie's turn. You have this unperturbed pile of bone.
Well, at least I'm right next to it now!
I think I do just sort of like look at this rib that's just slowly kind of caressing Stella's boot and just kind of go to kick it, and the punching the bones really hurt, so I think regardless I'm just gonna start hacking away at these bones with my axe. Out of character, I did the math. So that will be on the first hit, a 15 plus 2, so 17 to hit.
That hits.
So that will be 10 points of slashing damage, so less.
So yep, you slash into them, get a pretty good hit in. Smash some more bones.
Smash the bones.
And go for another hit, and this time go for one of the aforementioned scapulas, because it's a wider plane, and that's a 19 to hit.
That definitely hits.
I just rolled the. Oh no, I rolled the damage, and that was max damage. So that will be 15 to damage.
Excellent. You really, really seriously just crush a bunch of these bones. Your scapula tactic obviously worked.
The trick is just to hit them, I reckon. And that is unfortunately my turn.
Okay, so the bones, you have shattered several of them, but there is still enough of the mass left to once again form this kind of whip-like appendage, and it is going to slash once again at you, Willie, because you did just do so much damage to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the first attack is going to be 18 to hit.
Or 18 hits.
So that is... I should have re-rolled my damage as well. That is going to be 8 points of slashing damage, and it'll take your force damage.
It will. So that will be a d6 of force. 4.
once again, it slashes into you. You blow some of these bones away, but it is still up, and it is going to give you. Hang on, sorry, I rolled my dice behind my keyboard. That is 19, so it's going to be a 23 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
So that is going to be 8 points of slashing damage again, and unfortunately hitting you 3 times in a row activates this creature's ability. It slashes into you, just rips through your side and pulls out one of your rib bones.
Oh!
Which it absorbs into its mass.
I just I look down, look at the others, and just go, ah!
Oh, no, stop.
Oh,
No.
You take an additional 5 points of slashing damage from that.
My rib!
And it is going to heal up a tiny little bit. It's looking very, very sad.
that
but
sweet
it is
rib
raving
healing.
red.
Damn it.
Do I need one of them? And that's my, yeah.
do I need one of them?
Oh my days.
What's really funny is in real life, Tom has a fractured rib right now, so he's probably really feeling that.
That's so funny.
The game calls.
Yeah.
This thing is though still it's just extremely hurt. So do you want to give me your last force damage?
Oh yes, absolutely. That'll be 2.
2. You blow some of the bones away, and you now see there is this single skull surrounded by just a couple of bones and your nice little fresh rib bone.
Still
But
wet.
it is.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'll put it back in once this is all over.
extremely badly hurt, and that is panic.
I think she's just gonna continue panicking and try and wail on it some more. Let's see. She's gonna try and stab into that skull, I think. Now she can see that. 21 to hit.
Anyone?
Absolutely hits.
4 points of damage again. Come on.
That is gonna kill it.
Oh, amazing. Just like, no, give
It
it
was down
back.
to 2 HP, and the rib only healed it for 2, so that
Oh,
was exactly
nice.
that.
Exactly lethal.
So how do you destroy this mound of bones?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think she's
Pick up 6.
swirling around, making sure not to stab the one that's just been ripped out of her friend, and she just stabs like in the top of like the skull, just like stabs down onto it, like no, no bones. You shouldn't be moving on your own like that. You need like flesh and stuff. That's not right. You shouldn't be doing that.
Enough.
Yeah.
And as soon as you destroy the skull, the rest of the bones just fall into an inert pile. And you are out of initiative. You've solved my bone mystery.
Can I pick up the fresh rib?
No, Weasel got it.
I wrestle it from the weasel's mouth.
Do a post dexterity.
Yeah, the Weasel's friendly, but I think the Weasel maybe would have gone for the bone pretty quickly.
No! That belongs to somebody else, no stealing! I want to do a, what I was going to do was cure wounds, but by just pushing the rib back through the hole and going, let's not speak of that.
It's like when you've got like a ring-bound sort of pamphlet,
Yeah.
and one of the pages come out, and you're just sort of like slowly reattaching the page.
Yeah.
And
Just push it back in. Let's not speak of this again.
So, that's eight healing damage,
Oh.
and a little wart appears on your chin.
Can I get rid of the rib again?
I gave you a rib and a little beauty spot.
Oh, what is
Oh,
that?
it's weeping.
It just goes,
Hello, Willie.
That is horrendous.
right, so that was a thing.
Right, yeah. So I don't think. Wait. I don't think we should shout. You know. No one's to blame
don't you?
here.
You're not. Is that the advice that you're now giving?
Yeah. We learn. You know, it's fine. Something was watching me. It's probably that pile of bones. I don't know what that deal is. I'm gonna, like, they're gone now, so it doesn't matter. But, like, you know, we should maybe be a bit, like, careful.
Yes,
So,
I think that's really good advice. Let's be careful.
Yeah, just
I open the door.
Which door are you opening?
The first door. The first
That's
door on the
right.
right.
On the right. So you open.
I think we should be careful.
So you open the first door on the right, and you are looking into. You have dark vision.
I
don't
do
you?
indeed, as does the weasel.
Most importantly, the weasel.
Most importantly, the giant weasel has dark vision.
Does the weasel open the door?
Yes, the weasel rears up and like presses on. It's a great weasel.
So you are looking into this quite small room. The walls are lined with wooden casks, like wine casks, that are all sort of stacked up on the walls. And then there are some shelves as well where you can see lots of bottles. Some of them all of them are very, very dusty.
I found the party room.
Yeah, I think I need a dibble. I'm not gonna lie.
There's bottles. There's casks of wine. Yeah, casks. Yes, I'll go in the room and take a peep around.
Absolutely. So it's pretty tight in here. You will all be able to fit in, but you'll all kind of be like smooshed up against each other. There are. Sorry, I can't remember which one was the D10 there. There are 6 casks of fine wine, all stacked up, and they look like they have not been tapped. And how many bottles?
Really wishing that I took the spell Detect Poison. Get rid of that one for Inflict. Which I'm really glad about my choices.
And you see, as you rummage through the shelves, some of the bottles, the contents have dried up, but you find 8 bottles of... I put so many random roll tables into this adventure.
That's great.
You find 8 bottles of Glendove single malt whiskey.
Oh, what you found there?
It's just like it's water that's gone bad. It's all brown. It's don't worry. It's the brown wine. It's so bad.
Take a little, I mean, maybe if it's good, you know, if it's just water, maybe we could make holy water out of it.
I mean, I'll risk it.
Yes, I don't know about drinking the brown wine.
Thank you. Unstopper it and take a big old gulp.
It is the finest malt whiskey, miraculously unspoilt by its 100 years sitting on a shelf.
Oh, that's so good.
Idiot.
That's so good. Would anyone else like some?
Yes, I think we've all deserved a wee.
I reckon so.
I just grab one of the other bottles. Like, we can all just have one bottle, right?
Oh well, yeah, but share and share alike badge.
All right, yeah. All right.
Here's all of your badges just sort of like sayings. They're not like practical skills. It's more like, stiff upper lip the badge, or
Yeah, that was one of my first questions
it
too.
seems like you have two types of badges. It's like stiff upper lip, or this one is a lantern.
Yeah, so with those ones, it's like make a lantern or
Right.
make a ladder. And you're like, okay, fine. And then the others are just like, you just have to like come across them as you as you're going about your day-to-day lives. And it'll
What, like
just
the
appear.
actual badge is sort of out in the world?
Yeah, like
No, the badge just appears when it happens. They didn't actually give you a rule book or anything. It's because they do say, always be prepared for badges. So like,
is this a cult?
Yeah.
yeah,
Right. All right. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's useful. The lantern. Oh, you left your lantern out there, by the way.
Here's true. Hey, look, let's ignore all the bad wine. Let's go check the other room. Is there...
Wait,
Do you think those bones were like one of the guys we meant to come find?
I think it's probably all the bones from the graves that were disturbed, maybe.
That was just the worms, though, wasn't it?
I mean, I thought we got past it. You're like, ghost is real now, and spooky scary is okay, and like...
Yeah. But maybe
Nah.
I'm just having a moment,
It's maybe.
What did you think that we just fought, my love?
I don't know. It's
Bones.
just like a blur.
It's like a little, spooky cutlery or something.
I mean, like, might be
Whoa.
bones, but like magic
Just-
bones, right?
You think cutlery is bones?
Well, I'm just trying to sort of do shape association. I'm just trying to get in her headspace. Why are you coming at me?
Why are you coming at me?
Also, shouldn't we be like quiet?
I come back in with the lantern and go, right, okay, let's go then, I guess.
Next room?
So
Yeah.
there is, I should have said this when you open the door, there is a door directly opposite you to go sort of further, or back the way you came, there are all the other doors off that long corridor.
What are we thinking?
Am I right in remembering this? That the undead presence that I sensed was the second on the right?
Or
Or it
for
was the
everyone
thing-
who is watching at home's reference, we have a little map to help us keep up with what
And
we're
so
talking
will you
about.
if you back the Kickstarter.
Only if you back the Kickstarter, though. So, Lydia, you were sensing up towards room 5.
Right.
Well, I'll definitely communicate that.
Oh, right, so like next door.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Well, let's go
Right.
check the door and
Well,
give it a knock-knock.
But, don't be rash. We know there's something that's not living behind there.
Yeah.
We could just, not just barrel in. Maybe we sort of, get a little ready or something.
Right. Yeah. Give me 2 secs, and I take off another badge from my shirt, and go up to the wall that that Stella kind of pointed to, and just sort of slap the badge on, and a 4 foot by 2 foot window appears in the wall.
I love it. So you're still in the wine cask room, looking through the north wall. Is that
Yes,
what
into
you're-
the north wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you open up this window in the wall, and through you see that you're looking into a large dining room. There is a long table. It is set with tarnished silver cutlery, and in the centre of it are brass candelabras. Running along on the northmost wall, there's a large window framed on either side by sideboards which hold lots of fine china, the glass covered in dust. And in I'm trying to remember directions, it's really hard. The northwest corner of the room, you see the body of a man he is most definitely dead, and his guts are sort of
undead?
spilled out of it across the floor. And from the descriptions that you got from the village elders about the villagers who are missing, this is Jack
Oh,
Griswold. He is one of the missing persons, and he does not seem to have survived his trek into the manor.
Well, looks like Jack's not coming back.
yes, they say about the Jack that went up the hill. Maybe fetch a pail of slaughter, maybe.
Slaughter! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that is good. That is good. Isn't it good?
He's, you know, he's the little
Sorry, we're
jumps.
talking about someone who's died, to
He's
be
just
fair.
in the next room too. We're looking at his body.
Just got all four of our heads like pressed up against the glass of this tiny window. Trying to, really trying to hone in. Can I look at the nature of the wounds at all?
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, does this look like claws, or does it look surgical, or
Or a
does it
sentient mass of bones forming a giant whip-like hand.
does it look like a bunch of vertebrae just all ripped apart?
So Stella, do you have dark vision? Because you're kind of looking
I
out
certainly
into-
do.
You
I've even got a
do.
little bit of blind sight.
Incredible. So you kind of peer through. I'm not going to make you do a check for this one because he's just kind of lying there. You can make out in the dim light of what the room looks to your dark vision eyes. This is like a tearing type wound. So it doesn't look like the thing that you just flopped at it. It looks like it was something else, and it's not a clean cut.
Ooh.
Messy.
Maybe he
Messy,
tripped
messy.
over, like the
No,
corners on
dear.
those tables.
Yes.
Quite sharp.
Or maybe he dropped a bucket of knives.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
As you do.
Yes, as, it happens all. I think maybe, looking through the window and standing around, thumbs up, but it's no help. We go into the room. We know what's in there now. We walk in and we go,
Right,
hey,
yeah.
Mr. Jack, you're dead.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
All right, yeah, let's go.
So you're coming out of the wine room, back into the hallway, and then going up to the big dining room.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do I still have that feeling of being watched?
It has gone now.
Okay.
Why does it feel like somebody watching me?
All right, do we want to think about, marching order, or, do we just go in?
Well,
What do we think?
I don't want to do it.
I cast
I don't
invisibility
want
on
to do
myself.
it.
I don't believe it. And I take the axe out again and go, right, great, yeah, brilliant, and open the door.
Okay, so as you're all coming out of the room, Stella, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Me? Gosh. No, I rolled terribly. There's no saving it. What can I do? I've got nothing. Help. That's 4 total.
So you are blessed out of this little wine room. As you go to come out of the door, your foot catches on a floorboard and you trip and fall for 3 points of damage. And you're sure that the floorboard rose up under your foot to trip you.
I'm going to immediately turn around and bring my yucca down on the floorboard. How dare you!
Hey, be careful. You nearly hit the weasel.
Can I, looking at the floorboard now, is it flat?
Now that you've put it back in place.
Wait,
You're right.
You okay?
don't look at me! I'm lying on the ground still, I haven't got up yet. I'm going to use my yucca to, lever it up.
Yeah, you lever the floorboard up. You can see that the nails holding it in place are very loose. It's up now.
What's underneath it?
Just the underfloor.
No!
What are you looking for?
My dignity.
Oh, that's outside.
Yeah.
And it really just does look like if I look at this loose bit of floorboard now, it looks normal.
Yep, it looks like a mundane.
How much bloody
floorboard.
damage did you say?
3.
3?
Oh, you took quite a tumble there. You just watch your feet, yeah? These are old houses. They're like,
He's like maybe he's got some wood rot or.
yeah.
Bloody stubbed my toe, and I'm livid.
We tell you what, no more whiskey for Stella. That's what I say. Honestly.
And then, was it Willie, you were opening the dining room door?
Yeah, just
And
straight in.
you don't have dark vision either, do you?
Nope.
No.
Oh, where's that lantern gone?
So you open the door, you bring your lantern up, and you're presented with this room as aforementioned. So to your left is the body of Jack, lying. It looks like it's been there for a couple of days, without going into too much graphic detail. And the rest of the room is sort of still and empty.
Oh, bother. Well, I guess it worked for Panic last time. Hello? Anyone here?
No, we did say we weren't
Alright, are
doing
you set? Oh, doing your accent now. No, I said don't. Yeah, like,
Oh.
Panic's like right next to you, but you can't see her because she's invisible.
Jeez, why are you doing that?
Don't yell. Don't yell.
Oh, what, so you're allowed to, but I can't?
I know, no, like, you can yell if you want to, but, like, it was really not fun when I yelled last time.
Honestly.
And I don't think if they're all like, that Jack over there, I don't think they're going to hear you.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
So-
All right.
Do you shout?
I think I went to shout and then just had Panic's voice in my ear, which, to be fair, then would have made me go, ha! Ah! So, yes, I did shout, yes.
Okay. From the skirting board behind Jack, you hear this scratching sound.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
I think I sort of creep over towards Jack and just like push him a little bit with the axe head to see if I can see anything behind them.
So you approach Jack, kind of use your axe to push him away from the skirting board. You can see there is this tiny little raggedy hole in the skirting board. And as you kind of peer at that, I'm going to need you to make me a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no. That's a 4.
Oh, no!
Oh no.
So as you peer at this hole, Jack suddenly whips around and throws just his hand towards you and hits you, just this big thump of his fist hitting you for 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And let's go back into initiative.
Yay!
You're meant
Let's
to be
go.
dead.
16 from Stella.
11
What?
from Pip.
12 from Willie.
And 14 for Panic.
14 for Panic.
I do want to clarify that the giant weasel does look like a drawing of a giant weasel.
Yeah.
I love it.
I imagine it really badly drawn. Like a child's drawing, though.
The eyes are just like shifting from the side of the head to the front of the head a lot. Like,
Yeah.
It's a worm with legs.
What is a weasel if not a worm with legs?
Worms all the way down.
So first to act is going to be the zombie Jack. It is going to rise up, and since you're right there, Willie, I feel like I'm really picking on you, but you are right there.
It's not you who's picking on them, Kat. It's us by making them go first.
And it's going to try and grab you, and it rolls a natural 1. So just sort of bounces off you. That is then Stella.
Right. Well, I wasn't quite ready for it to be my turn just yet. That's absolutely fine. I just need to quickly check if the thing that I think is a bonus action is actually a bonus action. Yes, it is. What fun. So, wait, is it? Yes. Yes, it is, yes. So I think, Stella you just see a little bit more of her caked makeup like fall off and the sort of blue beneath. And from behind her, you see this sort of dark shadow of a kind of revolting old witch shadow kind of looming over her as she casts Shield of Faith on herself. and then with my action, I just quite simply like to I guess just stab a poor old Jack. Just a good old traditional whackety whack.
Whackety.
So that's going to be. Oh, that's not bad. That's 23 to hit.
Oh, that definitely does hit.
Gosh, I wish I'd done Hunter's Mark rather than Shield. No matter. Oh, max damage though. So that is still just 10. 10. What is it when it's? Oh, I've rolled accidentally. It's piercing, isn't it, with a Yikoa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember.
Yeah, piercing. Yeah.
Piercing.
Does it seem like it's effective? Because I'm
you...
feeling like I'm never ever going to deal any damage.
No, you absolutely just stab into the zombie with your Yukua, and your strike does full damage.
Only I can slap my friends, you bastard!
And is that your turn?
That's me. I've done my action and my bonus action, and I moved up towards Jack. Yeah.
Lovely. That is Panic's turn. So Panic, you are currently invisible.
There's like the first 2 seconds of her round is like, what if I just left? And then she's like, nah, I won't. And then so her visibility drops as she does her 2 attacks. Is a pop of colour just suddenly appears, and she goes in with her 2 attacks. 23 to hit.
Ooh.
Definitely hits.
First one, 6 points of damage. And then a natural 1 with the scimitar.
The natural 1 unfortunately does not hit. But you do a really good strike into him again. You're just kind of like wailing on this slowly moving dead guy.
Yeah, I think it's like the piercing damage from the rapier. She's a bit like shocked at how easily it goes in. It's like, so when she brings the scimitar around, it's like,
No.
Like trying to cut candy floss.
Yeah, like, no.
That is then Willie, your turn.
Willie, just in a panic, sort of stands up, scrabbles away a bit, and just goes, "No, don't! We're trying to save you!" And attacks twice with his great axe. So shocked by the slap that he doesn't rage this time. That's a 13 to hit on the first.
Hits.
Incredible. So that will be... that was actually cocked. 10 on the first hit.
So
10 points of damage.
You like slash into this zombie, and from all of your strikes and all of your hits, you are just chopping this thing two pieces. But they...
Just thinking about that first pig.
Dark.
Welcome to Wicked Game. Things get dark real quick.
A bunch of chunks. Unfortunately, the chunks do Pirates of the Caribbean start creeping towards you.
Tom fucking hates that.
But you've still got do you have a second attack?
Yeah. I just go "Ah!" and just try to hit it again.
Chunks.
That was a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
First nat 20. So that will be.
You're gonna make so many chunks.
That was quite good damage. That was 19 points of damage on that nat 20.
So you're just like.
Sashimi.
Mincing this zombie. You kind of render it pretty small chunks, but they are still like twitching and crawling towards you. And just for reference, these zombies are a little bit different to the standard D&D zombies.
Picking up bits of chunks.
I just like chop and chop and chop and just look up at Pip and go, "Help me!"
So they are still. You've got like bits of fingers like worming across the floor, reaching out for people. And Pip, that is your turn.
Pip is going to thrust the hand into the pouch on the waist and throw out another figurine from their bag and a drawing of a black bear who comes alive.
So I go, "Help me!" You pull out a black bear, and I go, "Not like that! Not like that!"
And then I think Pip's go, here's maybe you know slices, maybe you burn. It's cooking time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath as my bonus action on Willy.
What does that do?
As an action,
Every time you scream.
As an action, you can. I'm going to do fire. As an action, you can breathe a 15-foot cone of fire, and it does 4d6 damage on a fail save and half as much on a second.
Incredible.
On a thing, and then the bear and the giant weasel are going to start eating chunks.
I just kind of look at you and go, "Yeah, barbecue."
Oh my god.
Yeah. So the zombie chunks are at 0 hit points, but as I said, these work a little bit differently to your classic D&D zombies. So the bear and the weasel are just.
Squelchy.
Oh.
The fingers crawling their way back out the mouth.
Out of mouth.
That's
Is
Pip's
that-
turn. That is Pip's
So on initiative 8, the scratching that was coming from behind the floor, the skirting board, grows louder, and suddenly a swarm of the rats pours forth. These rats they do not look alive. They are this screeching mass of half-rotted creatures that... Everyone looks okay, it's okay.
See, I remember now when you told me this was a horror adventure.
Yeah.
I'm checking the chat for the red signals.
No, we're good.
No.
I'm enjoying
For
it.
everybody watching at home, we do have safety tools in
There are safety tools.
We're enjoying this.
We want the rats.
Yeah.
This swarm of rats billows out a screeching and snapping mass that blindly you see the noses raise and sniff around. They smell each of you and we're just gonna go for it. So it was Willy and Stella who were up in the mix, wasn't it?
As was
Yeah.
as was Panic,
And the bear and the weasel.
so
And the bear.
everyone
Oh,
but
we've got
Pip.
plenty of.
yeah.
So Panic, I think they are gonna go for you, and they're just gonna swarm at you and try to bite into you. That is 16, which I think
That does
is
hit.
over you.
Yeah, that hits.
For 7 points of piercing damage.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Them
Oh,
some
no,
nibblers.
Leo.
But that is all they do on their turn. They only get one attack, so we are back up to the top of the order to the zombie chunks. They are just gonna keep swarming at you, Billy, because I'm kind of enjoying billing you with chunks.
Do it.
Yes, do it.
So now that they're in kind of little pieces, they're obviously not swinging at you with the full weight of the zombie. So, but they are gonna get to attack on you twice.
Ooh, here we go.
So that is gonna be 15 for the first time, which meets your AC.
15 meets, absolutely.
Beats it.
And then I'll just roll them together, and then a natural one, so they're only going to actually hit you once.
To be fair, they are just
but
chunks.
they are just chunks, so their damage goes way down.
Cool,
So that is only going to be 2 points of chunks damage.
Chunks damage. Chunks damage is going to be my new character. That's so good.
They're not even hurting you; they're just on you,
Which is worse
gross.
somehow.
It's like an octopus hug.
Yeah, it's psychic damage. Then that is Stella.
Stella.
Got a bunch of rats, and you've got some zombie chunks.
Get him off! Get him off!
I think it might. Would this be a good time to turn some undead?
Oh,
Yeah, I think I'm going to use my action to. I think she looks up and sees the kind of hag-like figure and go, no, not you, and pulls out her holy symbol and just goes, no, too close, away with you. And the undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw, and if the creature fails its saving throw, it's turned for a minute and must try and move away, because I think there's enough of us that might be able to do like opportunity attacks and
Excellent, yeah. So both of these creatures, both of these swarms are undead. So the zombie is quite resolute and rolls a. Sorry, was it Constitution?
no, it's wisdom.
Wisdom. Sorry. So that is going to be 16.
ooh.
I think that's all right. God, the snowflakes.
I think your spell saves. Is your spell save 14?
It's 15.
Yours
Yes.
15, yeah.
Yeah. So they
So they beat
So
it.
the zombie saves, and unfortunately the rats also save.
It
what's wrong
happens.
with this? It's not working.
Does anything happen if they save?
It's one of those shit or bust abilities.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, I think it probably is. Wisdom saving throw. If it fails, it's turned for a minute.
Yeah.
Or until it takes any damage. Yeah.
Okay, so they stare at your holy symbol, then they just go back to climbing up people.
You know, my goddess has become more and more unreliable as time goes on. I don't know what that's about, but
She never texts me back anymore.
And then that is. Sorry, was that your whole turn, Lydia?
yeah, it's my whole fucking turn.
So that is.
I don't like this not being a DM thing, all right? It doesn't
Yeah, you
suit
really
me as
don't.
well.
Panic is doing as her name sake says. And I think what she's gonna try and do, if you'll allow, is she grabs her concertina and just like pulls it really wide and then like slams it down really hard, and I cast Thunder Wave to try and like shake all the rats off of me.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's a con save. They got to be a 14.
Okay, the rats do not have good con. That is a 4.
Amazing.
Plus 11.
Yeah. And that's 14 points of damage, and they are pushed 10 feet away. Is that right?
10 feet away from you.
10 feet away, so these rats just go flying off a bank.
So you
Rat
you slam your accordion shut. This thunder wave casts these rats as a squealing pile of you. Half of their number are like killed as they strike the walls by the thunder wave. The remainder of them sort of screech this terrified, like awful sound. They're obviously not used to their prey fighting back, and they are just gonna immediately turn and run back into the wall. So you've got a bunch of dead rats that are no longer moving, I should specify.
Dead rats.
Oh, no, I know.
Then that is Willie, your turn. So you just have the
Cool.
chunks.
I think this mouthful of fire, I immediately think of my stop, drop, and roll badge, and I flatten myself on the floor, looking at the hole, sort of like face to face with the hole, and just go and breathe fire down the hole, just to clear out as many rats as possible that I've already got.
They need to make a dex save.
So you're doing it to the rats, not the chunks.
Yep.
Okay.
He's living his best life.
Yeah,
his best
Because
life.
because if I do it to the chunks, I just have to go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a spell called Dragon's Breath, not a little bit of sick up.
Yeah.
So that's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the fleeing rats will take damage. They are going to fail.
So it's
to save their
4d6,
turn.
Tom.
I've rolled a 5, a 6, a 5, and a 5.
Wow, 21.
21.
21.
You you kill the rest of the fleeing rats. You hear this just sort of squeaking that is cut off into the wall. You do set the wall on fire.
Oh,
Yes, I was going to say that's not great for the integrity of the house, but it's
Oh.
really helpful for us in the short term.
yeah. See, that could be a problem. I reckon. You shouldn't really get fire on walls, to be honest.
Or even in them.
And I just kind of look at you, and like an eye twitches, and that's my turn.
So you will see that the fire is kind of like not fully taking because the walls all have this creeping like wet mold kind of up them. But
We've all
it
lived in
is
rented accommodation. We know wet mold.
Wet walls.
We know wet walls.
but it is kind of smouldering a little bit in there. You still have all of these zombie chunks that are just squirming around on the floor.
I just look at you, and there's like a finger just sort of crawling up my face.
That is your turn.
Oh no, it's the fire of the walls. It's oh no. I'm going to use prestidigitation to snuff out a fire the size of a small campfire. No more, thank you. It's no, it's the fire of the house, it's the burn, it's the collapse, it's the no, thank you. And then I think the bear and the weasel are going to attack the chunks.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think they just eat the rest.
I love that for them.
Yeah.
I love that for them.
Let's not roll for that.
Yeah. It's just,
So you eat the evidence, or they eat the evidence
Yes.
of Jack.
yes. The true power was the friendship of a boy and a bear and a giant weasel, and also the breathing fire is.
I don't like this place. It's a bit scary.
It is really scary. Can I give the room a really good look over? You know what's preying on my mind?
Yeah.
I want to find the little dog toy. But I do also, I've got my mind is on the job as well. I'm looking for clues.
So give me an investigation check for the room.
There's just now there's now a black bear and a giant weasel.
Yeah. I mean, about to have a
There's
ghost
so
dog.
many animals here.
I don't want to say anything, but like, has anyone else noticed that Stella hasn't actually harmed anything in here?
Will you shut your trap?
I'm just
I did
saying.
terrible harm to Jack.
Are you saying that Stella is the ghost?
I mean,
Or demon or
I'm just saying, is this something we should be concerned about?
Stella, say boo dead quick. It's her.
I got a natural 20 on my investigation, so 23.
So you cast around through this whole room. It actually looks pretty undisturbed in comparison to like what you've seen from the rest of the manor. You do notice though that the cutlery on the table is silver.
Oh. What do I say? Any nice sharp steak knives?
Sure.
Why don't we all take one each of these? Just
I was about to say they them there in the village. They did say that the owls that come out at a full moon don't like silver for some reason. So that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll take like 3 knives. Just shove them in my
I'm
belt.
just gonna pop a couple of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sort of pop the rest in my pockets, just in case we ever make it out of here and I could sell them. But
Absolutely. So you collect 15 pieces of silver cutlery,
Ooh.
and let's say you can each grab a couple of silver steak knives, which will have just a dagger stat for ease.
Incredible.
dagger.
Right. Dare I say it? Next room?
Okay, so are you going back into the hallway and across, or are you going through the dining room eastward?
I might be tempted personally to go back across the hallway, but I don't know how the others feel. How do you feel? How do you feel?
I sort of agree to go across the hallway and try and see what's on the other side, just so that we know we've done both sides of the corridor.
Right.
Does everybody else agree? Did you think so too? You look like you were going to say something else.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if if we're about to get attacked though, maybe that's why you want us to like go across the room. Go.
Can I? Do you know what? Why don't I use a fucking ability that I've got?
Yeah.
And just like sense undead again. See what.
But you see that if she's the only one that does the thing, then we don't know if she's the undead.
Exactly. She's like maybe she's like conducting this whole thing.
Me.
Right.
That seems really unfair to cast aspersions on my character.
I mean, she did know where my rib went, as
She
in
did,
how to get
yeah.
it back in.
Yeah.
Who else but dead people know where ribs go?
That was the first time I have ever seen a rib come out, so...
I mean, same out of me, definitely, yeah.
Yes, I'd just like to use Eyes of the Grave to see if I can see anything.
So this is your to see undead within 60 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So you like putting your head back again and that, yeah.
Yeah.
So you cast around and you do not see or sense any undead in your area.
Oh. I tell you what, just for safety's sake, because we are, we're thinking about being a little quiet as well, aren't we? I think something that might be really useful because we're doing a lot of talking. And Stella looks at her fingernails and picks one and just
Oh no!
the head of the nail and hands it to Panic and goes, actually she doesn't give it to Panic. What she does is she puts it where one of the badges has been ripped off Willie. She just like pins it with the like sticky flesh on the back to his thing, just in case we get separated. Yeah, and I can now speak telepathically to you, and if we get separated, I can see through the fingernail.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. And I look at the other two and go,
Willie is having a really challenging day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a badge you weren't expecting to get, was it?
I didn't know the name of that one.
That's your final badge, my friend.
Right. I think that maybe we should go and check the other room now.
What is it? The same one as? Oh. Right, which one?
The one across the corridor?
Right, you are. I just start slumping away.
I will send the weasel with you as Pip climbs on the back of the bear.
Yeah.
Like, should we sweep this side? No? Nah.
Do you guys do that? I'll go
if he
this
does
way.
that, we can because he's got my my token. You and I could try this room.
I'll
while
go with Willie.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Do you want the weasel
Splitting
with
the
you,
party.
Panic?
I love it.
Panic, would you like the weasel with you?
Yeah.
Do come with me, sweetheart.
Panic, I will leave the weasel with you?
Yeah. If I could have the weasel, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yes, we'll take the bear, you can have the weasel. Hey,
Wait,
weasel.
can I have the bear?
Why?
It's scarier.
But it's more comfortable to ride.
Alright, I'll take the weasel.
Hey, Mr. Weasel, you listen to Panic, okay?
Yeah, listen to me. I know what's happening here. It's all trickery. It's all gonna be a dream. It's just a dream we gotta get through. It's gonna be fine. My friend didn't just pull a fingernail off. It's fine.
Try not to think about it.
I can smell it.
So we've got Willie and Pip are heading across the hallway to the room on the other side.
And the bear.
And the bear. And Stella and Panic and the weasel are going through the dining room.
Yeah.
away.
It's like such a sound idea. I'm really glad that we're doing this.
Yeah, just to make it so wonderfully easy for you, Kat. We're splitting the party. Just to make it easy.
Okay, so we will do some cut scenes between the two then. So our two boys head off away from the rest of the party. I love that we split by gender. Like, is the bear a boy and the
Bear's the
weasel
boy,
a girl?
the bear's the boy, weasel's a girl. It's just how it happens.
So yeah, the boys head off. You cross the hallway over these two doors on the other side, so you can see they're sort of like double doors. They're the same design, same set in the wall. There is a large picture, a large painting. It is mostly kind of rotted and the canvas is torn, but you can make out that it is of a woman. She's wearing rich blue robes, and she is like very gaunt and bookish looking. And you can assume that this is Elena Abimond, the last owner of Abimond Manor, who was in residence when the manor fell. So you're just going straight into this room?
Yeah.
In for a penny.
So you open one set of the doors and you find yourselves looking into a great hall. It is once again sort of dim light, although there is some light coming in through the large windows.
Give me 1 sec. I just got to get the lantern again. Sorry.
It's like leaving breadcrumbs, but there's just lanterns everywhere.
The manor is going to end up fully lit with all of the lanterns. So you peer into this room. You can see that all of the like tables and chairs that would have been sort of placed around for dances and hosting events have all been like pushed up against the walls, and they're all stacked up quite high. In the center of the room where a large space has been cleared, there is firstly a large magic circle painted in white paint on the floor. You can see, and Pip, you would recognise arcane runes painted around the circle. Around its perimeter, there are burned down candle stubs which are covered with dust. And in the centre of the circle, where you're standing right now, you can make out that there is a figure kneeling in front of an altar.
We picked the right room.
Yeah.
Can I go and look at the figure? Hello?
So, what are you doing to approach the
I'm going to walk up to it,
figure?
and then I'm going to poke it with my quarterstaff.
Okay, so as you go to cross the edge of the magic circle, you are struck by a bolt of energy as soon as you try to cross over, and you take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, you're alright, bud.
I'm okay. It's just maybe that we don't do the crossing into the magic circle so much. It's
Walking over into the magic circle, yeah.
It's the magic circle. I cross it, and then the big spell happened at me, and it maybe hurt so much. Can I walk around the magic circle and see if I can get the face, like see the face of the person who's kind of like knelt over?
Absolutely. So you start to kind of walk around the circle, trying to get a better angle on this figure. As you kind of cross over to the north side of the room, you're able to get in front of it. And as you're kind of walking and looking, you would note that this figure is like really, really still. And you are able to see that it is wearing these rich blue silken robes, and it is this skeleton with desiccated skin just still clinging to the bones.
Oh,
Can you see anything from over there?
bones.
Yeah,
It's like
So many vowels in that.
oh.
about 5
Yes.
umlauts.
I think the person that did the spell is now like maybe they're the spell, or they're maybe not here, or this is maybe the Manor lady. Lady. This may be the Manor
right.
lady.
Yeah, the lady. Yeah, right.
It's the
Okay.
Manor lady, and she's done the spell, and now she's trapped in the spell bubble, or maybe she's supposed to be the spell bubble.
Oh, right. And there's no... You know the old magic stuff, don't you? There's no way of, like, getting into this bubble?
So Pip, as a wizard, you would know that like a circle that's being cast can act as like a protection for whatever it is inside it. But if the circle is broken, then it would break.
It's fine, we just need to break the spell.
Oh, easy. I'm alright with breaking things, I'm not gonna lie. Shall I just hit it?
Is there a broom or a maybe some water? We can like get rid of the paint, knock the candles over, you know, just the usual. Magic doesn't like brooms or water.
I tell you what, I can try something if you want. And I rip another badge from
What's this one now?
my sleeve and go, well, this one is when you look into the void looks back, and I sort of slap it down, and a 10-foot by 10-foot pit just sort of like appears on the floor, sort of like into the circle, hopefully breaking some of the paint, but I could be completely wrong.
So yeah, you pull off your badge,
Yeah.
throw this into the circle. Being like a non-organic thing, it just passes through fine, and just washes away chunks of the circle. And that you are pretty sure should be it.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm gonna walk in.
who wants to try? I did it.
I'll walk into the center of the thing.
Yeah, so you this time are able to cross the boundary completely fine. And then you are before this mummified skeleton. So now that you're closer, you can see that there are a lot of sort of mundane ritual items scattered around on the floor. You see a silver athame. There is the sort of dried out corpse of a rabbit on the floor. A mortar and pestle. You can see that there are herbs mashed up in it. And the skeleton is kneeling in front of this altar, which is once again set with magical runes. And in the center of the altar is a heavy amulet. It has a diamond about the size of a pigeon's egg set into a golden surrounding. Magical runes are carved all around the rim of the amulet, and it is on a heavy gold chain. And with that, let us cut over to
Hell yeah!
Stella and Panic in the kitchen.
Panic in the kitchen is my new.
Panic in the kitchen. So you have come through the dining room. You step into a kitchen. There are sort of various items of kitchenware just kind of scattered around as though they were just abandoned there. At the north wall is a large fireplace. It is all dusty. At the side of the fireplace is a wood basket, and the thing of the fireplace tools that I've also forgotten the name for, with like a poker and everything.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you step into the kitchen, the temperature in the room chills, and 3 knives whip up from the knife block, and they sort of start to whirlwind around in the air.
Oh, shit.
So,
Are you doing that, Panic?
No, wait, what's my
I'm
accent?
going to tell you this one more time. I'm your friend.
I'm not doing this. That's not me. I don't think I can say that's just the wind anymore.
Right, well, I feel like we're in danger from these knives. Let's do this.
Yeah, I've pulled out my rapier. They've not gone away. Her weapons haven't gone away. She's ready to, like, I don't know, fight these things.
Fight the knives.
They're like
Okay, so-
whipping around in a little cloud of the knives.
Yeah,
I've just got my
just-
little steak knife going. I'm ready.
I'm ready for you. So let's just go into initiative order just to get an order of actions. So
My shield of faith is still up.
lovely.
It's only 10
Nikki, do you
minutes.
want to roll for your weasel?
Weasel, yeah. There's a giant weasel.
It's a 9 for Panic.
Oh, it's another grubby little 20 from
Oh
me.
my goodness.
It's an 18 for the weasel.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
The weasel's just like.
Panic's so low in the order because she has to do her breathing exercise.
Well, it's because the one thing that Panic is used to is knives in the air.
Yeah.
That doesn't scare Panic.
Yeah.
That's not dangerous.
Knives
for
are the
Panic.
issue.
Normal. So the knives kind of whip up as though they have minds of their own. They are whipping around in the air around you, slashing and stabbing at you. And Stella, lightning quick reactions. You go first.
Right.
So just to clarify, we're not in combat as against a monster. This is like an encounter, so we're in initiative just to see what order you act in, but this is not combat the same as a monster. You can still do actions and attacks and things, of course.
Who's first?
I mean, I don't entirely know how to react to the little cloud of knives, other than to really, really interesting. Ever so interesting. I want to stab them, but it seems rather silly.
Stab
Yeah,
a knife.
No. I think I'm just going to kind of try that. You said it's not actually combat though, because I haven't got anything to fight. Is that what you mean? Sorry.
This is a puzzle, basically.
Oh, it's a puzzle. I see what you mean.
We're using initiative just to track who acts when. But you can attack the knives. I wonder what would happen. I'm not really a puzzle person, I'm afraid. But as you've already seen, I'm not really a combat person either. So I'm just going to kind of pull a blanket, I think, out of my bag and like treat the knives like a fire and just like put the blanket over the knives and try and like pull them down to the ground. Don't do that, this.
Don't do that, please.
There's like only 3 of them, so I love this tactic. Give me a
smothering skill roll.
Yeah. Let's go for a sleight of hand check.
I know I'm proficient in that, but I wonder. Oh, goodness me. There it is. There it is. No, I'm not proficient. Yeah, no, of course I'm not. Of course I'm not. Oh, that's not that actually terrible though. That's 15.
Yeah, that does it. You sort of butterfly net style catch
Nice.
Love
the
that.
knives in this blanket, bundle them up. You can kind of still feel them trying to slash and stab.
I'm so
within the
impressed with
blanket.
myself that I just kind of put my little slippered foot on top and I go, look at me.
That's got to be one of the most dangerous things that you could chuck in a room and shut the door. This blanket, and then as it unfurls, just flying knives. Shit.
But well done, you've solved my knives puzzle.
Oh, nice work.
Knives out, more like knives in a blanket.
Oh my god. Nice.
Yes, I think if they're just sort of like a cat that's under the duvet, just sort of the last little things under there, I'm going to sort of look to panic and go, I think that's.
I'm just gonna like open like a cupboard and like gesture like throw the blanket in this cupboard and we'll just
I
like
thought you were gonna say I'm gonna open the blanket. I refuse to be saved by Stella.
Just looking straight in her eyes, just
do it again.
I am chaos.
I'm so full of adrenaline. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
All right, well, I could attempt to bundle that thing. I think they're kind of safe on the ground though, right?
I'm just worried they're gonna cut themselves out of the blanket.
You know what? Because I'm so impressed with myself and I don't think I could do it again. As she opens it and looks at me to indicate, I go, yes, if you like, and then I'm just going to investigate the room.
Alright, I will just pick up the blanket and like try and shove it in a cupboard or something.
Absolutely, yeah. You just open up a cabinet, bundle the knives in there, slam the door. There's this kind of muffled like movement from the cabinet.
Let me out!
You have contained them very well. And then Stella, you said you were moving to investigate around the kitchen.
Of course.
So give me an investigation check.
16.
So you do a good hunt around the kitchen. You find not a huge amount of interesting things on the counter. Sort of any kind of food items have
100-year-old
rotted,
banana.
Yeah. The just piles of little sticky substance remain. You do, as you hunt around though, find stuffed down behind the log basket next to the fire a rabbit toy, a little stuffed rabbit. It looks like it has been very well loved, kind of chewed on, and it looks it's been there for years and years and years.
Oh, fucking bingo!
Oh, is that its name?
Yes, fucking bingo!
Wait, is that what we came here to do? Just find this rabbit? I thought we had to find those people.
You know, I have to say I got a little fixated, but it's, I think...
Well, look, here's the thing. I think we found out what happened to the people. Like, they all killed each other, right? Completely normal, nothing supernatural. Let's just take this and go. Yeah?
Oh, sweetheart. Yeah, I mean, yes, but when... I just take an action to telepathically communicate to Willie. Willie, darling, how's it going?
I think from down the hall, like through the open doors, you just hear. Yeah, all right. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Is this my conscience?
Yes, dear. I'm your conscience. Why don't you kill Pip?
Well, I've never thought about it before, but I guess if you're saying, hang on a minute, you're Stella. That's Stella's voice. I got your. Okay, yeah. What do you need?
I'm talking to you through the fingernail. Nothing. I'm just making sure we've done a very, very good job here, and we're coming to meet you. I think.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we've basically sorted it in here as well. So if you want to come over here, and we can show you what we've done, we can show you our working out like an EdXL paper from 2007. And then you can sort of show us. We can have a chat. See
Panic's
whether our
put the
job's
knives
done.
in the cupboard, so we're done in here. I think.
Right. Nice. Yeah. Come over.
Let's go.
The water's lovely.
Yeah. I mean, unless we want to do a full sweep and go back, like through the wine room, I think we'll just go back the way that we came.
Yeah, definitely. Panic's like already like halfway out. She's gone.
We just don't need to open any more new doors, do we?
No, like we found rabbit. We found we found one of the guys. Like in his, we found him. Like that's 30% of the job done.
Yeah.
Let's just get out of here.
So you head across and into the Great Hall. You see this previously described scene. Pip is up kind of inspecting the altar. You see the glimmer of this diamond set on the altar.
If I see him looking at stuff, I'll cast Bless on him. Or no, maybe Guidance is better for what he's up to because it's a skill check, right?
I know it's little ritual stuff.
Don't need your help.
I'm just going to pick up the diamond.
Oh.
Sure. Are you like picking it up to take a closer look at it?
Yeah, I'm going to use my mage hand to pick up the diamond and get a proper look at it.
Give me an Arcana check.
I could do that. Are you giving me guidance, Liz?
Yeah.
What's guidance?
A D4.
What's that?
Just out of interest, Stella, do you want to take this back?
No, that's for you.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
I got a 27.
Absolutely. You look at this diamond and these like mystic markings around the edge of it, and you just immediately like the ritual circle, this corpse that has apparently just kind of like dropped to its knees, and the items that are scattered around. Maybe Pip has had some interest in the dark arts himself. You can tell that the diamond was intended as a stone to store energy, and you are sure that the ritual that was attempted to be cast here is the ritual to make a lich.
It was this is a big naughty. It is.
Oh no! A big no.
The lady she tried to do the lich spell. It did not work. Or maybe not. But this is, you shouldn't. Here's one of the naughty spells.
Oh, right.
One of 5 naughty spells across the board. And all wizards unanimously agree on which ones are the naughty spells.
And I would assume that because she's here, it didn't work, right?
Well, it didn't do what they wanted it to do because she's all rigor mortisy in the middle, and I'm just gonna like put my foot on the corpse and just knock it over.
Yeah, just with a tumble of bones clattering, it just kind of like inside this robe just crumbles.
There's so many bones in this house.
Oh. Right. Well, do you want to take that pretty looking thing that you got there, and we can head on
The
out,
what?
or? Huh?
The what?
That pretty little. I just reckon, we could just kind of take it, sell it to someone else, and then we can, recoup our money.
What money?
Well, the 15,000.
Really, have you been giving people money again?
No, just the 15,000 that I previously
yeah.
gave when I was 13, and it's
Right. Well,
25 years
Definitely a
later.
good investment.
definitely so good.
So, are you you put the amulet on
Yeah.
Pip? It's like the size of you because you're
Yeah,
2
I'm
feet tall.
2 foot. Oh, it's so heavy.
So, as you kind of like disrespect this corpse, you kick over the bones, disrespect your surroundings.
That's not a badge, buddy.
Says having the disrespect your surroundings. And you put this amulet on. As soon as you like put it on over your head, the room, just the temperature absolutely plummets. Your breath immediately begins to fog in front of you. And
Oh, no.
what light sources did you have?
Oh, God.
Uh,
No, I had the lantern.
So your non-magical lantern is completely snuffed out. In the the semi-darkness of the room now, you see in the middle of the room, kind of over the corpse, is for this sort of shadow begins to form, sort of swirls around and collects together, and you can just make out the silhouette of a woman. She looks completely corrupted. Her body is sort of, her hands end in these long claws. She floats 10 feet off the ground. Her robes wisp away into shadows, and her eyes glow with brilliant ghost fire. She points one of her crooked fingers at you, Pip, and she says, "Give it back!" And I need everyone to roll initiative.
oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
I got an 11 for Pip.
Oh, I rolled so bad.
I see a
19 for
little
Stella.
silhouette of a woman.
What was that for Stella, sorry?
19.
Stella is good on the initiative rolls.
She does. It's one. She gets an extra little boost to her initiative bonus. That's why.
Been a ranger.
In a ranger.
second time it's happened, I also rolled a 19.
Look, stop copying me. Okay?
Do you
Right,
want
well,
to
I just rolled a natural 1 like you did last time.
I rolled a 13.
And 11 for panic.
11 for Panic. Oh, Pip and Panic, you have the same initiative as well. So do you guys want to give me a roll off?
16.
13.
I beat Nikki in a roll off. Everyone remember this.
Okay, so you see this sort of Geist form in the centre of the room, points at Pip, screeches at him to give the amulet back.
Oh,
And that is Willie, you act first.
Oh, God.
be careful of the hole in the ground.
You are?
Be careful of the hole in the ground.
I rage, I run at her, and I fall into... No, I don't fall into the hole. I get my axe and go... "Ah!" And rage, and I'm going to... what's it called? Oh God, what's it called? Wild Magic
Attack?
Surge.
All right.
I panicked. So it's a D8. What's gonna happen? This is so unideal. I sort of like look at it, and as I look, just flowers and roots and vines start to sprout around my feet, and the area, the ground within 15 feet of me becomes difficult terrain to enemies, not to friends, but to enemies.
Okay.
But I'm assuming that she doesn't have feet,
She's
so
floating.
She
Tempo.
is floating, yeah. She might come down.
she might.
She might.
And how far away is she? Is she sort of hittable currently?
If you were in the circle with Pip, then yeah, you can definitely get up to her.
Cool. I'm gonna run on my spindly little legs, and jump, and flat-footedly land, and as I do, bring the axe down once and twice. So the first is is a 13 with the +2 to the rage to hit.
Sorry, bear with me just a second.
That's all right. Take your time.
You are gonna have disadvantage because you don't have dark vision.
Oh yeah, that's such a good idea.
Sorry.
Good point. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry.
To be
So
a
that
buzzkill.
that is so the 11 +2 was my lowest roll, so it's 13 to hit.
That hits. Sorry, bear with me just a second.
Thank God, I was getting scared.
That hits, yep. So you strike at this ghost. You feel like your axe just kind of mists through, but you do feel a slight resistance.
Okay.
And what is your damage?
It is.
What is your damage?
What's your damage?
Sorry, I think I might actually have done it completely wrong. I rarely play barbarians. It's +2 to damage, not to roll, right?
Yeah.
So that was an 11, not a 13.
11 just hits.
Oh, it does. Okay, great. In that case, I rolled 12 for damage,
Great,
+2 because I'm raging. So 14. Sorry.
Sorry, I had to do maths again. Yeah, you strike through it. Once again, you kind of feel that your axe does not do as much damage as you would expect. It sort of wisps through this ghost.
Oh no, I can't hit it like I can normally hit things. And I'm gonna try again. And that's a 17 to hit. I rolled a 20 and a 17.
17 hits.
And then only 6 points of damage.
Okay, so once again, you kind of feel that you're not quite striking, but you definitely do. You are striking, but it doesn't hit the resistance the way that it usually would against a flesh and blood enemy.
Oh God! And I look up at her and just sort of give her a wave, and stay where I am, and that's my turn.
So that is Stella. You're up next.
If I could dart into a position that would give me a line of sight of her, and she is. I'm right in thinking sort of she's spectral. She looks like a ghost. It would be my assumption that I'm looking at like a ghost.
Oh, definitely a ghost. Yeah.
So as I'm moving, I'd like to cast Hunter's Mark on her.
Absolutely.
And then I take out a flask of holy water and uncork it and throw it at her. So that's a 13 on the dice, with it's another 5, so 18 to hit.
That hits. Yep.
So that is 8 6 radiant. No, incorrect because of. So that is 12 radiant damage.
Oh,
Nice.
big hit. Yeah, you splash this holy water over her, and she like screams, and you can see where the holy water strikes her. These like against her dark, shadowy figure, these like sparks of light flare. So it's kind of like burning her, and she definitely takes a lot of damage from that.
Nice.
That's good. That's good.
I've got one more of these guys, and then I think we'll be done, yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, maybe.
And that is
I think
that
that's me. I've done my movement. My bonus action was Hunter's Mark. My action was to throw the holy water, so I'm spent.
Okay, up next is the ghost. It
Oh, no.
screams with rage, and it is going to use its blood-curdling scream ability. So can everybody please, and this is going to affect all of you, including your ferret and your bear, make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
16 on the dice. Yeah.
Pip and the bear succeed, the weasel fails.
Not the weasel.
Willie has failed.
I rolled an 11. Does that fail?
That fails. So everybody who succeeded their throw is going to take 7 points of psychic damage. Everyone who failed, so Willie and the ferret, you immediately drop to 0 hit points.
I just go, what was it you said? We're almost done here, yeah? I just go, yeah, I reckon we go.
Brutal.
Oh my god.
When the weasel goes 0 hit points, it turns back into a little figurine of a weasel.
Oh.
I see a little figurino of a weasel. Sorry.
And that's Tom, do you want to reveal your character's full name, by the way?
Yeah. He's called Willie Die. Yes, he will.
We have fulfilled the prophecy.
Yeah. Christ.
Oh no.
That is the ghost's turn. It can only do that once, thankfully.
Good.
So next up is Panic.
Oh, and she is panicking. Is she still floating off the floor? Like
Yes.
10 foot up in the air? Panic is gonna run up the walls and across the ceiling and because she's got slippers on.
Because you have your bits of spider climb,
Yeah,
don't you?
she's not really used them, so she's like, oh no, like no, don't like any of this. Just because you're up there, don't think I can't get you. And all she can still do is just her sword attacks, but we'll still do them to try and hit her.
Give that a go. Go on.
23 to hit every time.
23 definitely hits.
4 points of damage. I feel like D&D Beyond is not randomizing this at all.
And what type of damage is that?
That's piercing damage.
Okay, so you kind of slice into this ghost, and again, you feel that just sort of passes through her with very minor resistance. Definitely still hurts her, but not as much as usual.
Cool. And then instead of using my bonus action to attack with my scimitar, I'm gonna bonus action healing word Willie for 7 points of healing, if that works. Like, oh, Willie, mate, I need you to hit this, please.
Yeah, not a problem.
And that's my turn, and then I'm just like, Panic's just hanging upside down, sort of just swinging swords around like this woman, like.
I love it.
Be then
that
find out
is-
if you want to see it in the wild.
Yeah.
That is Pip's turn.
Oh, this is not bad. You did the naughty spell and you shouldn't. Pip's gonna pull their giant spellbook round, jump on the floor, flick over to right to the last page, and there's a picture of 2 little ghouls. I'm gonna cast Summon Lesser Demons to make 2 quasits appear.
I love it. What does this do? Describe for us.
So yeah, 2 little pencil drawing demons rise up out of the book, and they're here now, and they're my friends, and they're going to attack this ghost lady.
I love it.
2 little demons. This is not. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 hits, yep.
Cool. And the second one is a 21.
Definitely hits.
So it's not a huge amount of damage, but that's not the exciting bit. So the first one does 7 damage, and the second one does 6 damage,
What
both
type of
piercing.
Piercing, okay, so that's going to
But
be slightly
this
less.
ghost needs to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
See, so the first one is going to be 5, and the second one is going to be a 10.
So the first one fails, and they take 7 poison damage and are poisoned for a minute.
I'm afraid.
Well, bloody ghosts. And they take no damage off the second one because they made the save. Boom.
Yes, I'm afraid you see this poison kind of hisses forth from the demon's strike, and it just sort of floats through the ghost.
So they didn't take the poison damage either?
No,
Oh,
sorry.
no, don't apologise to me.
And is also immune to being poisoned.
That's okay. And then, how high off the ground are they?
10 feet.
Cool. I need to get a bear in the air. That's my turn though.
Okay, so we're gonna have a lair action because I forgot to do that on initiative 20.
No. He's still lair. It takes action.
So the
We might
room
die.
chills even further. It is absolutely freezing in here. Your breath is just misting, freezing against your faces. Can everybody please make me a DC 14 Constitution saving
I've
throw?
got to make a load of these. Right, the bear fails.
DC 13.
DC 14.
I think I've made. I just need to check.
Right,
Rolled a 2.
the bear failed,
That's
and the
8.
2 quasits failed. Pip succeeded. What did you roll, Michelle?
13 plus 1. I just made it.
I rolled a 9.
Oh,
Everybody who failed, you are rendered numb and clumsy by the cold, and you're going to have disadvantage on all attacks until the end of your next turn.
Oof. Oof.
The fuck?
that is a sick thing to happen.
That
She's
is.
just sick and twisted, though, Cat.
Oh,
She's nasty. She's not a nice person.
No, she did the naughty spell.
Yeah.
We know this.
And that is back to Willie.
Willie, kind of shaking, kind of gets to his feet and goes, "All right, you asked for it." And rages one last time. Gonna roll for the wild surge. That was a 6. Oh, okay. Until your rage ends, you are surrounded by multicolored protective lights. You gain a +1 bonus to AC, and while within 10 feet of you, your allies gain the same bonus. So I don't know whether I have anyone within 10 feet of me right now, but basically. the closets basically I've got nipple lasers going. I go, well, this is new, and can I try and jump up and just sort of scrape at her, the bottoms of her feet kind of thing?
I think you can just jump because I can't be bothered looking it up, but you can jump upwards. Is it 10 feet plus?
It's
half of
your
strength?
strength modifier Is your vertical leap, and then it's double if you take it. I love the fucking
Nikki,
jump calculator.
nothing makes Nikki happier than getting the jump calculator out.
I really genuinely love it.
God.
It's the dumbest, crunchiest fucking shit in this game, and it makes me laugh so much because I'm like, oh cool, I've got a character that's got a 27.5-foot vertical reach, and it's just like that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
That's not how the world works.
It
You know
is
what?
in this world,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, Willie can definitely just jump in.
And you know what? I'm gonna go full reckless for this attack, so that cancels out the disadvantage. So I'm just rolling. Oh, that was an 18 on the dice.
Nice.
So that'll hit. Where's my plus? My D12 again. So that's gonna be, a 7. It's fine. It is what it is. The second will not hit, I don't think. Oh wait, hold on. 3 plus 6. No.
That does not hit, but you do quite wound this ghost. You've done quite a lot of damage, and you can kind of see she's starting to sort of become insubstantial
Awesome.
at the edges as you strike and do your damage.
I'll just sort of look around and go, I'm quite tired.
Jesus.
That's my turn.
Stella, that is your turn.
I just think I'm gonna try and do my last holy water in the same way as before. Get into a
Excellent
position
idea.
where I can,
Great idea.
that is don't have the right page up. Yeah, that's a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
10 points of radiant damage.
You throw your little flask, it explodes over the ghost. Once again, you get that like burning fire across her body, and with like a scream, she sort of demanifests, and you see her form like just plummet back into the floor, as though it's sort of sinking once again into the manor, and the room is empty and dark. And the freezing temperature rises back to normal.
The ghost is toast.
I think in shock that I've actually been quite efficient. I just need to reach out and cast Cure Wounds on our friend, because you only took one. You were 0 and then you did 1, right? So I'm just going to give you another bit of healing.
Very cool.
And I think we will tie up there for your to be continued Manor investigation. When we fund and release the full adventure, you come back and run it again.
Absolutely.
Yes.
In fact,
I think, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, in fact, I kind of like the idea of doing Monster of the Week or something like that, like next time round. Kat, thank you so much for running this for us. It's been so
I've got a
fun.
really, really important question though.
Yes.
Do we, when we take the stuffed bunny out to the hound, what do we?
No, Lydia.
We'll have to find out.
You got to play the game. You got to find it. Find out.
Spoilers.
Thank you to everyone who's watched. Thank you to the Raiders. And I know a number of you have gone and pledged to the Kickstarter. It means the world.
Thank you so much.
Supporting independent game writers at this time is essential. So yeah, go back it. There's a demo bit that's there for free with a 5e conversion, but it can be used, system agnostic. All the stuff's in the links. Thank you, Kat, so much. This
Thank
is
you so much.
an absolute genuine
Really
blast.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, and for the rest of you, we're back Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're back Wednesday doing our usual bits, our usual D&D
With a fun
campaign.
new guest.
With a guest, and check out some of the heroes who are about on Sunday.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening and have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
love you all.
Bye.